KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
Hey, everybody, welcome on in. It's KSL Brightside, of course, the streaming edition of the program, which is right here from KSL Broadcast House in Salt Lake City.
The crossroads of the West.
And happy Pioneer Day Eve to all those who celebrate Pioneer Day Eve, which, of course, means all the executives who did not show up and park at the office today.
Good parking today
really
here.
Really good parking downstairs today. Our boss is here, Caitlin. Welcome. Thanks for being in the studio today. And hello.
Hi.
And of course, sitting to my right, wearing some really cool. Those are nifty headphones. If you're streaming this, if you're streaming the stream, you can stream Richie T's headphones. Richie T. Stedman joining us on the program. Richie, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out with us today, man.
A show so nice I had to come back thrice. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, and you know, you're a name that Ethan and I have always been familiar with, and we've always known for the last, I don't know, a couple of decades now, and so it's always fun to be able to do some radio and with a guy who knows how to do radio. So,
well, thank you.
Thanks for hanging out, man. Life good? Life treating you well?
Yeah, life's great. I was thinking the other day, I haven't listened to it in the nearly 2 decades since I interviewed both you and Ethan.
Oh, the Cultural Hall episode we were on?
Yeah, I think I might unearth that and see if there's anything of interest within that, because that was back the OG project. See if you guys said anything within that. But it's been a minute.
I'm actually, if you dig it up, send me the link to it, because I want to go back and re-listen to it and see how idiotic I sounded back then, too.
I bet you sounded great.
But yes, Richie, of course, on the side hosts the Cultural Hall podcast as well, which I feel like sometimes we sort of get into some of the adjacent topics, of course, of some of the cultural things that happen here in the city of Utah.
Sure.
And we were just having the discussion yesterday that our neighborhood party, the way we are going to send people home is we're just going to end it with a benediction. Because that will make people start folding up chairs.
Sure. You get the 10% that help clean.
Yeah. It will, but it's an automatic response too. People are like, "We're out of here, and we're going to clean up."
Yes.
On the way out the door. And so I think that's a good thing for us to be able to fire up. So
and I don't think with your neighborhood party people would think twice about it either, right?
No, of
course they're
going to they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I do think that it would be a fun. So we have a family member. My nephew brought his girlfriend into town.
Ooh, okay. Big moment.
Yeah. So last night, this is when you can take advantage of somebody who doesn't know your family very well. And so last night we had everybody standing around. I go, hey, of course we do this every night. We all stand around. We do one person we're thankful for and one thing we're thankful for. We'll start you out because you're new.
Sure.
And she's like, oh my gosh. So she starts going through this thing. And then I made all of my kids and they were looking at me and they were like, you are so embarrassing, right? But luckily, their cousins were there, too, and so they're kind of playing along. And the teenagers like the awkwardness.
Oh,
so they participated in the awkwardness, too. And so I went like this. I, clapped, and I was like... and I said some, weird chant, we love people, and we only make sure that we love people. And, the kids were trying to say it along with me. And then the girl poor gal realizes... Oh, you guys are freaking putting me on. I was like, it could have been way worse.
Yes.
We could have made you participate in something way worse. So... welcome to the family, Sarah. Anyway, bottom line is that those are the kind of things that I love is when you get people together in a group and you just go, hey, we're going to deal with this. This is part of the culture of what we do here.
Well, and to people that are late, though, I feel like they deserve stuff like that. So whenever I have online meetings and someone comes late, and it's just because they didn't plan properly,
right,
or whatever they were doing was clearly more important than that they show up for whatever it is, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I always will do, on the online meetings, I'll say something like, hey, we've been waiting for you. Great to have you here. We've already shared our most embarrassing moments. Go ahead and take a second and share yours. And then, because all of us will be straight-faced about it, they'll do it. And then it has provided some sweet,
some amazing
awkward moments where it's you're right, that is so awkward.
Yeah.
None of the rest of us shared any. Don't be late.
Everybody is asking. Everybody is. By the way, we've all done this. We've already done this. and we all shared it. Yeah. You're late. And then they're feeling behind the 8 ball, too, because they're like, I missed all these things. And you go, and we'll have Susan share hers later because that was really funny. But go ahead. Tell us about when you were, what going through puberty was like when you were 16.
Yeah.
We're all already shared our own, so go ahead. All right. Richie, we've got lots to jump into. And, of course, it's Pioneer Day Eve, as we said. Pioneer Day is interesting because this is something I didn't grow up here in the state of Utah, but, of course, we've been here for a mere 25 years now, and so I'm a Utahn. And but the traditions that you start when you're a kid, I think, are important because those are the ones that stick with you kind of for a long time. We have had our Pioneer Day party, and you've already heard me on the phone doing some planning back and forth.
It is a full thing. It seems like you're the one in charge with how many phone calls there have been.
It's 5
Is
households.
the freezer open?
Right.
Do we have the chairs out by the parade? It's just a bike parade, but we need to put our chairs out early.
You know what? Bike parade, note to self. Hold on. Bike parade for 2027. So we have all these things that we do. And every person has their own things that they're in charge of. And I will say that like on our block, it's a bunch of like magnates of industry and stuff, like people who are retired, empty nesters that have they've commanded hundreds of people in their businesses that they've owned and stuff like that. And so now they're relegated to planning these neighborhood parties, and they do it better than any. They bring that class and that like never miss attitude and all this stuff.
Chance to lead out, show what they did.
They're all extremely good at all those things, and everybody has their little part you play. So you have to play your part because you don't want to be the one who fumbles.
No,
because these guys don't.
Yeah,
and so we all take it pretty darn seriously. So we have our Pioneer Day party that we do, which has become our tradition. It's about 6 years running since we've been in the neighborhood, and so it's been about a 6-year thing. But Pioneer Day in general, I want to know what people think, and you can get on the stream and you can tell me. I don't know if there are necessarily. I made the mistake of just going. Don't people just do Pioneer Day? Isn't Pioneer Day foods? Aren't they just an extension of 4th of July? And you poo-pooed that immediately.
No. I think that there are some things, and maybe those California transplants that the media would constantly tell us about.
Don't act like I'm one of those people, okay?
Right?
I'm not one of those.
Where did you come here from?
From the state of Washington. The state of Washington. So
basically, yeah, Northern California.
No,
I like
how
to call
dare
it.
you?
But there are some things, right? I think that your hot dogs, your hamburgers, that's super easy.
Right. All that stuff ends up being a part of it.
But a very iconic, in fact, to the state cookware of the state of Utah, 24th of July is a Dutch oven. It is a Dutch oven celebration. You do not.
Caitlin, do you agree with this? Is this a?
Never heard of it, but sure.
You've never heard of a Dutch oven?
No,
She
I
knows a
have,
Dutch oven.
but
Yeah.
not on the Pioneers.
Oh yeah, no,
but it's
okay.
it's a camping thing. So.
No,
Which guess what they were doing? That's all they did back then. It's not. It's not.
That's why I'm like now it's connecting. Now the dots are connecting.
That's all they did was camping back
you think
then.
housing is hard now? They didn't even have housing back
That's
then.
all it was camping. Okay.
Yeah, so Dutch oven, that's a huge thing. Huge thing over the
Dutch
24th
ovening,
of July.
yeah.
And mostly desserts. I think that, sometimes you have the people, if they're going out to the like kids parade, which is actually the week before the 24th of July that they do.
Lots
Like
of
maybe
ice
there's
creams.
that.
Lots of ice creams.
Lots of ice creams.
Lots of 13 by 9s that have like some whipped cream.
Yeah.
Cakey type
your sheet
things.
cakey things.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But Dutch oven, I think, is one.
Got it.
I can see an excuse for people to go and do things like your funeral potatoes. Honoring those that have gone before, and
it's a memorial.
Yeah,
it's a literal memorial.
This one's for Dale.
Yeah.
But I also know of a neighborhood up in Davis County that they are, the ward cookbook, right? The congregational cookbook. You've heard of these?
Yeah.
You have a perplexed look on your face.
No. I was looking at this text that said we should come up with a restaurant called Sam just weighed in and said, "Can we sponsor an idea for a Utah culture themed restaurant called the Steak Center?"
Yes.
My grandma just straight up used to call it the Steak House. That's kind of an old she wasn't doing it ironically. She'd go, "Well, your grandpa is still at the Steak House," and like that's what they called the Steak Center. Regardless, they said funeral potatoes, fry sauce, everything.
Yeah, all of the
carpeted
things.
cultural hall.
Sure,
all the things.
Lean heavy into it.
Everyone folds up their own chairs when they're done.
Cleans up buses for themselves.
Orange juice is the main drink, and
yes.
donuts.
Yes, and orange juice is being kind. It's not actually juice, and it's only sort of orange depending on how much
orange drink.
Yeah, orange
Yeah,
drink.
okay.
And
Got
if you're
it.
being super cheap, you put too much water into it, but you got to get the containers back to the McDonald's. McDonald's where you rented them from. It's a whole thing.
We looked up the McDonald's red and yellow bucket on eBay because we were like, we're going to see what that is. They're like $400 on eBay
because it's super cold.
And it's because the McDonald's branded one. You can get those on eBay. The yellow and red huge igloo brand. $400 because it's McDonald's.
I thought it was because, like everything else with McDonald's, it gets it to that perfect temperature of orange drink.
No. It's and it's not like because it's just a giant like a Stanley mug.
Yeah,
this size Stanley mug would be $500 anyway. So
a straw poked in the top of that. I'd love it. Anyway. So I would contend there's other things. Jell-O salads are super big.
So Copilot told me also that root beer floats are huge.
Yeah.
So and again, it goes in the vein of the Pioneer Day thing.
Yeah.
And I would contend we didn't think about it like this. Root beer floats are the original dirty soda. Back to you.
Absolutely.
You know what? I mean, listen, I got into a weird moment when I was in my fattest of fat days. I was going to get a Diet Mountain Dew at Maverick. And I was at so I would go over to the coffee making area.
Sure.
Because that's where the pumps and stuff were.
All the flavors, all the creamers.
Yeah. And they have a button that you push and it just half and half comes out of that thing. It's an unlimited amount.
That sounds like so much.
It is. And I will tell you right now, what is that look on Caitlin's face? She's appalled by this. She's like, this is disgusting. You sound like a disgusting human. But but now people put sodas and they hit it with the cream. I would be like,
I don't like that it's in a machine. It makes me feel weird.
Oh, it's just all it is Borden brand half and half.
What do you want him to expend the calories of pumping the thing? No, you hit the button.
No, you hit the button, and if it's in the machine, it's refrigerated, which is actually a better deal.
Sure,
it is. So I would do it, and I had so much of that in that Mountain Dew, which is essentially it's a root beer float. I mean, it's a Mountain Dew float. Because the best part of the root beer float is when it gets that perfect mix. I don't like scooping like getting the ice cream bites out. I like when it's the cream of the root beer plus everything has become a liquid and it becomes that flavor.
My favorite part of the root beer float is before it becomes just the creamy kind of root beer. It's when you still get the little crystallized on the ice cream, and it's a little crunchy. It's a little tactile on the tongue.
So root beer float is, according to Copilot, the number one thing because our ancestors did.
And get yourself a Big H. A Brigham's Brew, or a Dad's root beer. Get in the bottle. Do it from the bottle, like our ancestors would have.
Brigham's Brew, that's a real root beer.
Oh yeah,
right? Yeah. Henry Weinhardt's, they do a good root beer. In a glass bottle.
Or my fourth grade Halloween party did a great root beer. Where you get the witch's cauldron, you put dry ice in.
Dry ice is in
it. Was mostly just sugar and a little root beer flavor.
There was always a neighborhood guy, brother so and so, who would make who would make like
trick or treating.
The dry ice. The dry ice root beer was a classic. All right,
have a glass.
Moving on here, so all day we're going to be taking what your Pioneer Day traditions are, what your Pioneer Day just kind of things are. Now you were going to bring something up, and there's a Pioneer Day lore that you wanted to ask me if I had heard of it or was well aware of it, and it seems like it's a little bit Utah-y, and I don't know what it is, so I want you to roll this out for me so I can understand exactly what it is.
So I need to get to the bottom of this about the 24th of July. Now, people may think, okay, well, is he going to regale us with the story of the ill Brigham Young in the back of the covered wagon, and he rises and he says, "This is the right place."
Drive
is that
on.
where he's? Yeah, go on. Right?
Yeah.
Is that where he's going? No.
What is it?
I want to know if this is in fact true. This is before your time in Utah, so if you would humor me, I would love it if you would close your eyes.
Oh, okay. Caitlin, you better play along too.
Yeah, close your eyes, please. And we're just going to kind of enjoy this.
She's like, I'm running a stream here. I can't have my eyes closed.
Have one open.
The year is 1985.
Okay.
A recently drafted Karl Malone finds himself in the state of Utah, coached by none other than Frank Layden.
Yeah.
Karl Malone's birthday is, in fact, the 24th of July. This
24th.
Much I can verify. This much I know. Frank Layden, upon Karl Malone's arrival into the Salt Lake Valley on that day, during that celebration, says, "We caused our citizens to have a parade.
We did all this for
you. We did all this for you."
Yeah.
And allowed that joke, that prank, that sort of story to
he's
live on.
He's on like the back of a convertible. He's like almost like the honorary grand marshal.
Yeah. And sees everyone gathered. Now, please open your eyes. Is it true that Karl Malone believed that the Pioneer Day Parade, which he witnessed in some form or fashion on his birthday, being his first time here after being drafted after the Utah Jazz?
I've always heard that it was the case.
Yes.
I always heard that was the case. We never go past verifying any of it except for that it happened, and then we went, oh, that's kind of fun, and then we move on from it.
Yes, but I need to know. So I'm hoping, because you're a sports guy way more than I am.
I didn't know if necessarily if it was a real thing or not.
Yeah, if it did in fact happen, and then in my heart of hearts, I'd love to know how long we let Karl Malone hang out there thinking, like, is it years later when he goes, hey, wait a minute, this Pioneer Day celebration, this wasn't my birthday, this was for the Pioneers, or was it like we let him hang out on it there for a couple minutes and then we go, oh, Karl, get yourself a sandwich from Hardee's.
According to Karl Malone himself, in an interview that he had given to NBC Sports, Karl Malone, drafted in 85, arrived in Salt Lake City on July 24th, which is both his birthday and Utah's Pioneer Day.
Yes.
The Jazz had him right on their float for the Days of 47 parade. 22nd birthday, Frank Layden told him, hey, the parade's for you. Malone, who had never been to Utah and wasn't familiar with Pioneer Day, obviously, believed him, waved enthusiastically to the crowds, thinking thousands of people had come out to welcome and celebrate him. Years later, Malone laughed about it, saying, that's no urban legend. That's the truth. I was waving like a beauty pageant queen. If there were cell phones back then, I would have called my mom and said, you won't believe it, all of Utah is here for me. So it's true. So according to Karl, and according to the mailman himself.
Well, then let me make this pleading for the 2027, because it's an even year celebration. That's what, 180 years in 2027?
47 would be
it's 180 years.
Yeah. Okay.
So for our 180th year,
160th.
Yeah, 40 to 2027 would be 180
no,
years.
You're right.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm going to ask. We have those in maybe church leadership that would be the grand marshal of the parade. For 180, I'm going to ask that we step aside and let Karl Malone get the parade.
Come back?
For one time, ride at the front, or maybe he can ride, with one of the leadership.
I'm
glad
they can
we share it.
You know what? I was actually pretty sad when I was punching that in here to see if it was going to be true or not, because if it would have said that it wasn't, no, actually, that's just folklore, I would have been pretty sad. My day is better now, knowing that we confirmed the fact that Karl Malone goes, I was dumb enough to think as a 22-year-old that, and you know what? You're as self-centered as it gets to. A drafted super high in the NBA draft. Sure. You show up, you're on the back of a convertible in this thing, and you're waving, and then you're East Coast born, wily, highly energetic Frank Layden, may he rest, looks over and goes, "This is for you, kid."
Yeah, you bet.
This is for you, buddy. And then they get off of that car, and then he goes, "I think he bought it."
Yeah, he believed it.
He's never leaving this place. And you know what freaking happened? Never did.
Well,
till the very end. But you know what?
Chasing dreams.
Joke was on the Lakers. Yeah. Karl Malone knew what he was doing. He's like, I'm gonna suck these next couple of years. Karl Malone, because losing suck. He stunk it up for the Lakers. I still think for the Jazz sake and for Jazz fans. All right?
So he intentionally
went because he didn't win a title.
Yeah. No,
may have hindered them. Yeah. The freshly shorn, like totally bald Karl Malone version of him when he played for the Lakers, that doesn't really exist. It was just a guy sent from the universe, from outer space to lose games for the Lakers. That's what I'm convinced.
If we can bring Kevin Bacon back for the anniversary of Footloose, can we start a groundswell to get Karl Malone to be the honorary grand marshal?
Karl Malone comes back periodically. You see him at Jazz
parade,
games, but you want him for
full
this.
Circle,
180.
Full circle.
And not only that, it'll be since that particular one in 1985, it'll have been 42 years.
Yeah.
First of all, that's crazy to think that he would have been drafted 42 years ago next year. 41 years this year.
Yeah.
That makes us all feel pretty dang old, right?
Let's bring back Karl Malone.
Bring back Karl Malone. I'm all for it. I think, you know what? If Ryan Smith can pull anything off, that's something he can pull off.
Yeah.
And this is a tough thing. Trying to marry the whole the Miller era and the Jerry Sloan era with the Ryan Smith and Will Hardy era, like that's something that I think that the alum, so to speak.
Yes.
Some of the older players coming back. That's a hard thing to do when all the people that you are a part of that organization, and at least the ownership, it's everything's changed. So that phone call needs to probably come from Gail. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Have Gail make the phone call. I think we can make this thing happen.
I think we can. Let's go.
By the way, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm saying you guys as in the listeners.
The collective you guys.
The you guys, because I know you guys know. Unky Ben says, I think Carl Malone lives here now in Heber somewhere.
Part-time. Has a home.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's got to check on the
they all do.
Toyota dealership in the South Valley every now and then.
Which, by the way, also he has a couple big ones there. He has the Power Sports and dealerships there in Heber, so I could see that being his home base as well. And Unky Ben would know because he's from around there. So my question is, by the way, people weighing in on the chat, you can also weigh in via text. We're going to be doing it all day. 57500. We're going to read a lot of those. So if we get downstairs, Richie, and we already have some waiting for us, that'd be great. The old Pioneer Day in honor of the miracle pie that saved a family on the trail to Salt Lake. It would be disrespectful not to eat delicious pies on Pioneer Day. I agree.
Yes.
I agree with that one.
Pie and root beer.
Pie and root beer.
Yeah.
And then the alternative pie and beer.
Pie and beer. People
But
do
yeah,
that.
we can say root beer if we want to go that route.
Yeah, and we've already talked about how root beer floats are probably the number one. But Pioneer floats. You know what? That's what it should be called actually from now on. Pioneer float is root beer float.
You don't actually say root beer float if you're from here. Instead of saying Alta, you say Pioneer float.
Right. And if you're somebody who wants to be, and if you're also somebody who wants to partake. By the way, root beer float. Ice cream bars, also a very, very good alternative. And BYU, the creamery down there, actually does root beer milk periodically.
Yeah.
So root beer milk is underrated. It is. You will die from drinking it, though. If you're diabetic, you will not make it through that bottle.
How much sugar?
I think I'm going to be in trouble here. All right. So Laverkin, if you're...
Well done.
Transition. So Laverkin, if you're familiar, is a city in southern Utah, of course, where I assumed that there was multiple pickle celebrations, pickle celebrated themes. I thought this was Utah's center for pickles because they have a Laverkin gherkin that has become their mascot just in the last little while. And I thought, because you could fool me about it's because Laverkin has this history with pickles.
Sure.
And I could be fooled on that kind of stuff still after all these years of living here because I'd be like, oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, when the Saints were called to go down south.
They were supposed to grow pickle. They were supposed to grow cucumbers.
All they had in the back of their wagon was a couple of jars of pickles, and they made it through that winter.
Right. And they decided, and they buried one end of a cucumber, and it sprouted all of this. There are all sorts of lores that could be born from it. But was this the case? Laverkin had a pickle that just decided, and they said, "Look, the pickle is such a huge thing for us." No, just a very, very aggressive. I don't know. Was he the city manager? What is he? The mayor?
City administrator.
City administrator down there in Laverkin, who I would also assume dons this outfit himself in person. He is the Laverkin gherkin, and the Laverkin gherkin was invented by this man Kyle Gubler, who decided that the Laverkin gherkin needed to be a thing because he wanted to just quote unquote have fun.
Yeah.
So he invented a pickle.
Yeah, we need more fun. The world
we need more
needs
fun.
More fun.
We need to invent a pickle. And so he has the Laverkin gherkin. And he made an outfit out of it. And I think it's got to be him in that outfit, right? It's got to be him in this outfit.
Oh, maybe he's.
Look at where the face is. Look at where the mouth is. It's very uncomfortable. You have the cartoon mouth, and you have the part of the top that goes, "I'm in southern Utah. Please kill me in this thing."
It is so hot.
I'm dying.
117 today.
So the Laverkin gherkin, they're having a contest to name him.
So what do you name the Laverkin gherkin?
Lots of takes on. So Pickle Rick, I think, is already my favorite because it's a shout out to Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, yeah. You can't go where it is. An obvious to like Pickle McPickleface is an obviously like on the nose one.
There've been a lot of inappropriate ones that have been suggested that they've had to bag from this contest.
Sure.
They're trying to name the Laverkin gherkin, and so we need your help. If you want to help name the Laverkin gherkin, you can get on our chat, or you can go to 57500 and you can tell us what the name of the Laverkin gherkin should be. But I don't know if we have And I'm just going to start reading some of these that are. Oh gosh, he's showing up to all the stuff too. He's going.
Well,
to,
sure. If you have something in Leverkin, you have the gherkin.
So my thing is that if you're going to make this thing really go, Kyle, if you're going to make this thing really go,
Sure.
I need you to make pickle days down there in Leverkin.
You get a pickle pie.
You
to
get
kind
a
of
pickle
harken
pie.
back to our pioneer stuff.
You get
pickle
the
juice.
Yes.
Very good for you.
If you, I'm a pickle juice drinker. Like I drink a ton of pickle juice all the time. I drink probably a cup and a half of pickle juice every day.
True story. Gets the pickles, throws them in the garbage, just drinks the juice.
My little girls of 5 and 3 years old, they drink pickle juice like I do. They love it. And pickles have become more and more of the thing. You pickle chips, pickle pie, like you were mentioning. You can make a pickle milkshake now, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, that's disgusting," but I can see why you do it because a lot of people are doing that kind of stuff. Leverkin, you can name the pickle, name the Leverkin gherkin, get the name going. But let's get Pickle Days going as well. And is Pickle Days taken, by the way, somewhere here in the state of Utah? Pickle Days
I don't think in Utah.
I don't think there's got to be. So there's Pickleball Days. Alpine Days has Pickleball Tournament.
There's Pickle and Paddle in South Jordan.
See, these are all Salem Days Pickleball. No. These are all again. Pickleball is taking over the zeitgeist, and so we can't even get we can't.
But
we can't
a
turn
natural
around without
hand in
everything.
glove way to celebrate. You celebrate pickleball and pickles.
Yeah. Down in Leverkin.
It's a picklin'.
Leverkin needs to be Utah's pickle headquarters if you're going to do this. So, Caitlin, did you have some of these names that we have
Oh, yeah, I
popping
can
up
read
here?
some if you
Let's
need.
read some of these names here because then I won't get in trouble if some of the,
Well,
the nasty ones slip out.
We'll see. They put it on me. I see how it is.
I want to
Well,
know what some of these pickle names are.
Bob Dillon.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
dill. Love it.
Dylan,
I mean,
yeah.
Peter Piper Pickle.
Man, we could
Too
do
much.
Better. We could do better.
Gertie Gherkin, if it's a female.
okay.
Hey, Gertie's not bad. It looks like a male pickle. No offense to the people that
I mean,
might try to.
What would
Could
be
go either way.
the, what
Well,
would be
look at the. Can you put the picture back up on the stream real quick?
Yeah, one second.
Okay.
My tabs are.
what
all
would
over.
make you think that this is
Look,
anything except
look at this pickle. Come on. Look at that pickle.
male pickle?
Yeah, male
All right.
pickle.
All
What, does
right.
it need a bow?
Uh,
Or a skirt?
You know what? That's what they do to mascots. It's exactly. They just put big eyelashes on it. They go, "It's a
could be
female.
whatever you want.
He needed a girlfriend pickle." Like they love doing that garbage.
Let's see. A big dill. That's not really a name.
Big Dell.
a big doll.
In Utah, we say it like that too. We go, "It's a big Dell."
Well, no, that's Pickle Days in Leverkin is
It's
a big, dill.
Dell. Yeah,
Gary
yeah.
Gherkin.
Gary
I
Gherkin.
don't mind that one.
And then you get Governor Herbert, former Governor Herbert, to come out and actually like cut the green ribbon on it. Yep, got it.
Benjamin Brine.
Oh,
All right.
I like jerky. Or like jerky.
Is that the name?
Jerky the Leverkin gherkin?
He's
Jerky?
not meat.
Jerksy?
No, he's not. No, you're-
Gilly.
okay.
Oh, Gilly Gherkin. That's great.
Someone said Larry, but I mean, they're just going for
Larry
name.
the Gherkin.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can throw your votes in there and jimmer this thing
Pickled
if you're.
beet.
You could jimmer this thing and make it really inappropriate, or you could jimmer
No.
this thing and no, don't. Or you could jimmer this thing and make it just whatever you want it to be. You could watch it be like what.
La Gherkin.
Oh, Legurkin.
LaGherkin is actually really pretty good, but also it'd get confusing. The LaGherkin,
Yeah.
the Leverkin.
Final
LaGherkin.
one that I didn't quite get at first.
Yeah?
Toby Relish. To be relish.
I don't
But
know
they're
what that
saying
means.
Toby Relish is how it's
To be
being spelled.
relish?
Yeah, to be relish.
Like-
Because that's like relish is eventually made from pickles.
Right.
So
Oh,
it's
okay,
to be.
so to be, like Toby
relish.
But it's like
relish.
spelled Toby Relish.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
it seems like a lot of explaining to do that you don't want to have to do.
You know the official dance of the Leverkin gherkin.
I don't.
Twerking.
I already don't. Okay. Actually, you know what? No, you laughed way too much at that, Caitlin.
me
It
off
does
guard.
not deserve that.
Dumb joke.
So
The twerking
pickle,
gherkin.
it's pickleball, it's pickles, it's
Yeah, but again, if you're gonna make this thing really go, just make Leverkin the pickle capital of Utah, and then let's just go with it from there. Because then you're gonna have people coming from around town, from all around the state, bringing their pickles, having a pickle contest.
there's got to be a dirty soda with pickle juice.
1,000%, and again, pickle juice drinking contest.
Yep.
Although, would that kill you pretty easily with the sodium intake situation there? No, this all electrolytes. You know what all this is? It's just all it is all the electrolytes that you buy, those expensive electrolytes. You can just buy a jar of pickles and drink your pickle juice out of it.
Done.
You don't need any. You don't need any of the whatever stuff that you're getting mixed up with. Because look, I've been around enough sports. I will tell you, every major sports team in this state on the sideline has a giant thing of pickle juice for players to drink
No.
during games. Yes,
No.
1,000%.
I don't believe this.
Look it up, and you know why? And especially like so they'll have it, and it'll be in like the same kind of like squeeze bottle, and it'll say on it pickle juice. It's because that high potassium in a lot of these electrolytes kill cramps. So cramps, they're kind of cramp killers. So you'll have a lot of these guys drinking pickle juice on sidelines of games to hydrate because it hydrates you quicker, and that also gets rid of the old.
So
cramps.
you've got here we go. I want to take this one step further. You've got the Leverkin Gherkin, but then you have his nemesis, Cramp Killer, and they fight on the
No, Cramp Killer's a positive guy.
Well, no, but with a name like Cramp Killer, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
as positive, right? Going out to the rodeo grounds in Leverkin, it's Cramp Killer and Leverkin Gherkin.
Okay, do athletes drink pickle juice? Yes, many athletes drink pickle
I
juice.
know they drink it. I don't believe that it's there
It is on the sideline.
sidelines.
1,000%. I've seen
Yep.
it. I've seen it 100 times over the years of being on sidelines in the state of Utah.
Grab the
here.
wrong bottle. Is that how you found
No,
out?
that's what. No. That's I actually have seen the thing over there, and I go, I'll kind of give that a shot. But I would hate to be the guy drinking the pickle juice on the sideline. They go, "Where's the Cramp Killer?" I'm over there going with my media credential. I just love pickle juice, coach.
It's good.
Unky Ben says he's seen pickle juice slushes, snow cones. I'd get one.
Yeah,
I love
again,
pickle juice.
I'm
so-
a pickle juice guy too, and I. What's funny is I get the worst looks from people, but it's becoming more and more mainstream. My people are starting to see like Caitlin's saying, "Oh, I like pickle juice." You're like, are you? You're not a pickle juice drinker.
I'm not. I don't like pickles. I'm not a pickle guy at all.
Why did we even do this segment?
No,
I don't know.
Okay,
I thought
why
it was
did you
funny.
mention it at the end of the segment?
Listen, there are a few things that I don't like. Olives and
You're not
pickles are
qualified.
I
it.
don't like
Are
the
it.
pickled things.
I don't like pickled things.
I'm the anti of that.
Yeah.
You're the anti
I just
pickled
like
things.
pickled things.
I mean, I'm eating raw sauerkraut. Like
Yeah.
I don't put it on stuff. I'm just eating it straight out of the jar. I'm that kind of guy.
I think I like sweet ones, but not dill. I'm not sure. There's
Sweet
some
pickles
That's
can
There's
stuff
something.
It.
Yeah.
Sweet pickles have no.
Whoa! I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was getting
When
into.
somebody goes, "You want some of these bread and butter chips?" I'm like, "Take those sweet pickles and get them out of here." The last thing I want is a sweet pickle. Never. Okay. Oh, I think this is terrible. I do want to bring this up because I have a couple of things that I wanted to do. One is we have a morality police. Does that mean we can play some of our morality police audio? So let's jump right in here. Whether or not this should be something that should have been done. I think this was super mean, but also I'm here for it all day. So let's jump into a morality police right here.
Navigating the thin blue line between right and wrong. Ethan and Alex are the morality police.
All right, so do we have the video of it? We don't need to play it. I think we should, we can show the video. I don't think we need to play because it's all in Spanish. But
Yeah, one sec, I'll grab it.
but the World Cup final, of course, which was on Sunday, there were some people who had to travel regardless. There were some people who were traveling.
You mean they didn't stop all air travel for the World
just for
Cup game?
Here's the thing: is in Argentina, you may have seen that.
Really?
You didn't, but I'm just saying, like that's the kind of
That's
thing people are
understandable.
that obsessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a Spanish airline with a Spanish pilot who got over the intercom to. Well, we can play it because I think it's important to hear like the cheering and stuff on here. So here's what we have. Oh, back it up just a little bit because I do love like the dramatic music too. Like it was. Pause it just for a second. The pilot gets on there and says, "Hey, as you guys know, we've been in the air during this, but there's been a pretty important game that's being played, and let's just say, Argentina, congratulations, you guys are going to be able to celebrate because you just won the World Cup."
Which for people who maybe don't know,
Here it is. Want to congratulate Argentina for what they did, and the people on the Argentinians on the plane become. By the way, here it comes. The chants are basically how much more amazing they are than everybody else, and it's the reason that people don't like Argentines for a lot of reasons. I can say that because I lived in Argentina for a couple of years. I know what they're like. But that was such a mean joke to do on a country. By the way, and people were like, "Good, Argentina deserve." I go, "You guys." People are going after Argentina because they're like, oh, they're so snooty and they're the world champions.
knocking them down a couple notches.
I'm going to take you down a few notches. I'm like, you guys, Spain and all these other first world countries are in such a better spot from a country standpoint than Argentina is, and
Let them have soccer? Is that
they
what
don't
you're
have
saying?
a lot going for them right now. Like things are really, really kind of like, listen, politically things aren't great.
Yeah.
And it's not a good time. And they're going through some hard economic moments right now. And then people are like, yeah, Argentina deserves this. I'm like, you guys, they needed this. Like, that's not true. They didn't deserve to win that game at all. Okay. No. They don't need this from like, the reality is they won it in 2022. They actually needed it more then. And they don't need to keep winning every world championship. They don't need to keep winning every World Cup.
No.
But I don't think they need to be the villain that everybody made them out to be.
No,
they were a bunch of poor sports after the game, which doesn't help their image. But that was those athletes. I'm telling you, like the people of Argentina, that joke right there may be the worst prank that you can play on somebody. That guy I might be worried for him in the future that somebody is going to come after him because
plane goes missing.
I mean, it's the equivalent of. By the way, on a plane in 2026, how is it that people aren't actually going, no, I actually just saw it on the screen. Yeah, actually, I was able to get a message. No, that's not true.
Yeah, I've got Wi-Fi enabled to do it.
Right. I don't get it. I don't get how they didn't know, but at the same time, fine. The joke worked. I'm trying to think of the equivalent. It's
there
like
isn't,
telling
and why? Why?
It's like telling Yankee fans on a flight from New York to like Miami during a Game 7, if they were not able to see it, you guys just won the World Series. And then they get off the plane and go, joke's on you. I just lied about that whole thing. And then you get off and go, that guy is a friggin' bum and I might murder him. So
does he get on after and say, hey, it was a joke. I'm teasing. Does he say any of that?
No, he didn't do it. Not that we saw.
That's all I saw. So
and then he gets off the plane. Here's what's crazy is that people... You land and you get on the tarmac, everyone's phones are going to ding and say they weren't world champions. Then they have to walk past that guy on the way out. And he's like, hey, buenos dias. Have a good one. Have a good one. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Like, that guy is going to get absolutely stabbed. He's going to get shivved on the way out. So if I'm him, I don't make that move. But, you know.
No, I like a good prank. Why not? I'm gonna. I normally wouldn't, but I'm gonna go team. Yeah, you bet.
While you're trapped on an airplane.
Yeah,
though,
you
it
bet.
is a bold move.
Yeah,
it is bold.
I'm on a steel tube with a bunch of strangers who, by the way, like I said, now the good news is if he doesn't want to show his face, he can lock himself in that cockpit and go, I'm not going. You guys go out there and say goodbye to everybody, and then go. We're trying to get him out of the cockpit. We told him that was very naughty of him. Anyway, have a great day. Congratulations. Thanks for getting here to Miami. Whatever it was, but in the end. That you know what though, I do love the idea of, oh dang, that is crazy, and you can't pull it off any other way except for doing that. Now, very quickly, I wanted to let people know if your kids are outside and they're grabbing Amazon packages off the porch, they got to be careful.
Is this an alert?
This is an alert. This is a PSA. There was a 3-year-old in California who was bitten by a rattlesnake that was hiding next to / underneath an Amazon package. Now, according to the report, the package is kind of off and hidden next to what you do. I appreciate when they make an effort. They'll put it straight in the middle of the porch sometimes, and I'm like, that's a bad move. Don't do that.
No, right
Just
behind the pillar.
Move it behind the pillar. We've got pillars on mine. Move it behind that.
Yeah, right behind the Winder Dairy milk crate on your.
Do we still have those?
Are there? I don't know.
Hey, Google, is Winder Dairy still putting
still
insulated stuff on the thing?
They still deliver, right?
Sure. But now, bottom line is that so they'd put it off to the side, and there was enough, and you know, it's hot these days, which the rattlesnakes love. They like to be out in the heat and the dry. It was in California. A 3-year-old picked up the Amazon package, boom, gets bitten. You guys have a way to be able to mitigate this, at least. At your house, I liked your new rule.
Yeah, this is a long-time rule and in effect in our home. So in my home, just my wife and I.
Yeah.
No kids, so we don't have to do that. But I'm basically a child. A package. What's on the inside? Yeah. I want to find out what's on the inside.
And immediately, so my kids do the thing too, where they see it. And that's a good security measure, too, because they'll just grab it and be like, I'm taking it inside. Yeah. But my kids grab it, take it inside, and immediately open it up and go, what is all this, Mom? And she's like, put that away. That's mine. What are you doing? And they're like, what is this? And you're like, it's not for you.
Yeah. Your wife's turning him in. Is it a federal offense with Amazon packages like it is with mail?
My kids will open stuff and be like, happy birthday. What is this? And I'll be like, you opened that package? It was for so-and-so's birthday. Oh, well, we started playing with it. We put it together. And I started playing with it. My kids do that kind of crap. I think your new this new rule needs to be across the board.
Yep.
Everybody would be able to be a little bit safer.
If your name is not on the package, you do not get to touch it. It stays where it is, with the only exception being like if I'm traveling, my wife is
How
gone.
is it? So let me get this straight. You and your wife both have separate Amazon accounts?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why? I can't be trusted. So like, if I ever am ordering something on Amazon, I literally have to have her do the second half of the password because the convenience of Amazon is too much for me.
It is.
I do need,
because
some new socks.
all the packages that come in have one name on them at our family because we only have the one account. So this would be hard because my kids open every package all the time. My wife, the little thing goes off in her head because her name's the one that's on all the Amazon stuff. Something will ping in her head when it does have my name only on it. She'll be like, "What did you just?
What is
order?"
this?
I'm like, "No, don't worry about it."
How does it work for like gifts? That's how it's got to be.
But that's how it's got to be but now they just assume that every package that comes to the porch is an Amazon package is for everyone.
It's not for everyone. I'm going to
Of
tell
course
your
it's
kids
not.
that.
Yeah.
The
You want me
parents
to
get
call?
to open it and then you get it after that.
Yeah, because even if you keep by the rule and it's only you and your wife opening the packages, you don't have the issue that you currently have.
See, this is more important. This is a more important discussion to me than watch out for rattlesnakes when you open the package because that happens a lot less than my kids just opening packages and going, "Thanks for getting this for me." I'm like, you do not get that infrared red face mask. That's for mom for Mother's Day.
Yeah,
and you opened it a month early. And you're wearing it around the house.
And
when
she is
gets
disappointed in you.
Well, she's
I hope
not.
you feel.
I am. And my wife sees it and goes, "What are they wearing?" And I'm like, "It's the infrared thing that I'm getting you next month for Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day, freaking A, you dumb kids." Anyway, love you.
Look, you guys are the best.
You guys are the best. All right, Richie T is gonna follow me downstairs. We're gonna go down to the big studio downstairs. Richie Stedman joining me today on KSL Brightside in place of Ethan, who
wanted the day.
I guess, whatever, just kind of willy-nilly took a mental health day,
Considering we were both gone last week, he can have a day
Does not deserve it. Fine. We'll walk downstairs 1 to 3. The stream continues down there. You can also hear us over the radio waves on 102.7 FM and 1160 AM. KSL Brightside continues right downstairs.
The Cannon Beach, Astoria, Oregon
Wait,
area.
you haven't seen the birds?
I'm reading these texts. I didn't hear what you said. The place where Forrest Gump stopped running,
Your
that's
car
here in
broke
Utah.
down.
Before I could drive. I couldn't drive to it. That was the problem. Yeah. Let's see. My wife and I went to see Young Washington and sat through 25 minutes of pointless trailers. This is why we will now always come 15 minutes late. Since we were talking about trailers earlier, the ones that were scaring people with the Odyssey. Let's see. The Titanic in Mexico, where they filmed inside scenes of the ship. It's up from Ensenada.
Yeah, they had a big water tank there.
Yeah, and I've been inside the Queen Mary, which is very similar like layout to the Titanic, but it's not the same. But when you're standing next to it, it feels like you're standing on the dock at Titanic. Okay, still to come in the movie show. We've got our movie show. Whoops, I'm looking in the wrong spot. We got rapid fire to wrap things up. We want to congratulate Brian from West Valley. He was our telephone torture winner. Congratulations, Brian. You won the 4-pack of tickets to Thanksgiving Points Imaginaria. All right, one last time to check in with Igor here at NPS in Salt Lake City and make sure people know, first of all, that you guys are open tomorrow, all of your locations from 9 to 5. So
that's correct.
If you're hearing about deals today and you don't think you can get over here today, understood, but these deals will be here tomorrow. Hopefully you'll have some left of the really good stuff because, that's just how it goes.
Things fly.
Once it's on sale, people grab it and they go.
We want to thank you, Andy, for being here today. And we're so happy to have Steve.
I'm so happy to be here. Really, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Well, it's been a blast. Now, the other thing is if you come and spend $50 at Salt Lake City's location today, this is today only that Donut Kebab is here?
Today.
Okay, you get a free basket of donuts from Donut Kebab. They'll cook them fresh for you right out front. You just take your receipt out, show it to them that you spent $50 before tax, I assume, and then they'll give you a free basket of donuts. You guys have a tent going outside.
Yes.
Now, some people have shopped at NPS for a while and didn't realize that tent's out there. Unless you come from the east side entrance, you might not realize there's even more deals out there.
Yes. Anything that you find in the tent is mostly clothing. Today is going to be $4 only. And you're going to find amazing deals. Jeans, jackets, sweaters, swimsuits, anything for back to school for the children. $4 only.
$4 only. You guys have 50% off Chromebooks. If you're thinking about back to school, come take advantage of this extra sale in their electronics department. Get a Chromebook for an additional 50% off.
That is correct.
Clothing's an additional 50% off. So if you're shopping for back to school clothes, make sure you come to NPS first, see what you can find. And then here's the thing. Family get-togethers. Do you guys have any of the 2-pound strawberries left?
Yes, we do.
Okay. 2 pounds of
just a
strawberries
few.
for how much?
99 cents.
99 cents for 2 pounds of ripe strawberries.
And I can see that you are you're buying a lot of them.
What are you talking about?
Nothing to see here.
No, but we're going to take them and make strawberry shortcake for some family get-togethers this weekend.
That's awesome.
Because
Smart.
why not? And whatever's left, we'll jam it.
You're saving, of course.
Indeed. And that's the great thing. NPS, 30 to 70% off the retail price of every brand new item. The tag is still on, and then NPS marks it down and then throws in extra discounts on top of that. Come take advantage. If you're new, come check out NPS for the first time. If you're an experienced NPS shopper, come grab the deals that are movie show specials. They're marked throughout the store. And have a happy Pioneer Day.
Yeah.
Buying a home can feel overwhelming, especially when your real estate agent recommends a lender you've never heard of. That's okay, but this is your mortgage. Before you lock anything in, get a second opinion. Loans by Rick has closed over 1,000 loans, often finding lower rates and closing costs. A quick second look could save you money. Call 801-809-SAVE. That's 801-809-SAVE. Or go to loansbyrick.com. Rick Urchabom, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders. Buying a home? Before you choose your realtor's preferred lender, a bank, or a credit union, get a second opinion from Loans by Rick. With over 25 years of mortgage lending experience and access to more than 80 wholesale lenders, we can shop multiple loan programs to help find the financing that best fits your needs. Experience and finding ways to save you money? That's what we do. Call Loans by Rick today at 801-809-7283. That's 801-809-7283. Rick Urchabom, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders.
Jeff Kaplan here, Xfinity Wi-Fi customer. I don't know how bad inflation's going to be in the months and years ahead, but I do know the inflation rate is 0 with the Xfinity Wi-Fi 5-year price lock guarantee. The most intelligent Wi-Fi that even fixes itself when there's a problem. Wi-Fi that hits every corner of your home, powered by fiber, built for speed. All of the benefits of the Xfinity network with 99.999% reliability and a 5-year price lock guarantee. Same price for 5 years, and this is important, no contracts, no commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You get everything you need. It's all included. Data, the best equipment, and the most reliable Wi-Fi. Yours within minutes, the price. Locked in for 5 years. Go to Xfinity.com or visit a store today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
The Movie Show.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going. On KSL News Radio.
Somebody texted in, Rango in all caps. I was driving in all caps. We feel for you. Sorry, I know. We only have one winner, and we have a lot of people that we're trying to message in. We'll try to be nicer next time. Maybe if we're going to pick a movie title, it's one that doesn't immediately autocorrect every time when somebody tries to send it in. Funny. Well, Steve, in Rapid Fire, our final segment, a few things coming to theaters and to streaming that we didn't get a chance to watch. One of them is called Summer Tour, and this is actually a documentary.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
Yes.
Of a couple, a younger couple, that I believe she gets a health diagnosis, but they start following the Grateful Dead reunion group.
Oh, I didn't know
that's
the backstory.
touring around. So that is playing at the Broadway.
John Mayer?
And John Mayer's part of the Grateful Dead now, yeah.
Oh.
So he joined the band. And
What?
then, that's what
Where
it was.
have I been?
I don't know. Did you listen to the Grateful Dead a lot? You were from Northern Cal.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there's a movie on Netflix called 72 Hours that it's going to drop tomorrow on Netflix, but they do have a review embargo on it, so we can't review it. But it basically is Kevin Hart in an effort to try to, win points with he's either trying to get his team to like him or he's trying to get in with a boss who's younger than him. He ends up getting invited to a bachelor weekend with these group of single guys.
Marcelo
Hernandez.
Another kid,
Cam Patterson from SNL. So it's got SNL, and for what Gustavo was telling me when he was looking through the trailer, he could find very few parts that he could air on radio.
Oh.
Because it's that full
Saucy
of language and
eh?
saucy stuff. So that comes tomorrow. A Kevin Hart movie called 72 Hours, a weekend away with the boys. Then we have a show that I was really hoping we'd get to screen at least an episode or two of so we could review it before it airs tonight. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. This is coming to HBO Max. If you remember the show The Big Bang Theory, one of the hilarious, pathetic friends was Stuart the comic book store owner.
Yes.
And by the end of the series, he had himself a girlfriend.
Yep, she's in it.
Yes. And then
the big giant rock guy.
Bert Kreischer. Not Kreischer, but Bert somebody.
Yeah.
He's really funny.
Deadpan.
He's the straight man to all the jokes.
Yes.
And
the stupid guy with a lisp.
Barry Kripke.
Yeah.
I think he's funny. I don't know how they get away with the lisp, but it always makes me laugh whenever he does it.
How can they pick on that guy?
But this is like a sci-fi. It's not just a spin-off of hilarious hijinks in the comic book store. It kind of leans into Stuart's persona, and he's tasked with saving the universe like a comic book hero might.
They didn't show it anywhere, though.
But they have not screened. They haven't dropped it yet. Now, I didn't check for a screener until a day or two ago, and the reps were traveling, so I don't know if I would have got a chance to see it, but I do want to see it, and we will give it a full review next week, Val and I, because we're going to watch at least whatever episodes drop on HBO Max starting tonight. Okay. But it is tonight that it comes out. Then there is a documentary called A Toxic Love Story, which is on Netflix. It's the true crime documentary.
I was going to watch that yesterday, but it's dropping today.
You're probably okay. And then a new season of a show that I don't remember if we watched season 1 last year before you had the stroke, but it was called WWE Unreal. It might have been.
I wouldn't have watched it anyway.
Oh, it takes you behind the curtain of WWE. Like, you see how they do their stories and how the wrestlers prep for the things, and I just think it's fascinating.
And I do not.
I really do. I think it's fascinating how they do it because it really is enjoyable storytelling. If you're looking at it as a story as opposed to a sporting event that, yeah, the outcome is predetermined, but as long as you don't know, it's like I can watch a football game on tape delay, even though the outcome's decided. When I watch it, I don't know who's won it, even though somebody else.
It's Andy's world,
know.
and you're not welcome to it.
I'm not welcome to it. But WWE Unreal Season 3, this one takes you into the storylines of earlier this year, leading into WrestleMania, which was John Cena's final wrestling match.
The guy that does
the guy who does "You Can't See Me." Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Anyway, new season of that's out. I like it. Gustavo likes it.
Well,
so you're outvoted.
Okay.
And then we have a season 2. Now, I do know that you watched season 1 of this because both you and I could barely handle like one episode. Ransom Canyon on Netflix. This is the one with Minka Kelly and it's like a Texas cheap knockoff of Yellowstone.
Yeah, exactly.
And it didn't work, but it got a second season.
They're standing around going, "Well, what do we do now? I don't know. What you do?
What do we want to do?"
Where should we go eat?
All right, so that is Rapid Fire. Our big movie of the week was a silent film. No, it wasn't silent, but it didn't have any dialogue, called Motor City with Alan
didn't like
Ritchson.
it as much as
I didn't like it as much as you did. You did like Hadestown the musical. You did not like Her Private Hell.
Oh, can I not like it even more?
Yeah, you can. And then we had The Dink, which was the big movie on streaming. Funny, little crude, but all right. Next week, Spider-Man, brand new day.
Oh, yeah.
Val will be back. Steve, it's been great having you with us today. Happy
Thank you
Pioneer
so much.
Day to you, my friend.
Same to you.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this hour. Butterfield Canyon between Tooele and Salt Lake counties is closed after the road was washed out by flash flooding. The Tooele County Sheriff's Office says Middle Canyon is still open but no longer accessible from the Salt Lake County side. The Sheriff's Office posted a photo of the damage. The road is crumbling into a massive hole that looks about 10 feet deep. A man was arrested this week after police say he was involved in a string of burglaries at Real Salt Lake Stadium in Sandy. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott has details.
50-year-old Nathaniel Sanger was arrested after police say they had multiple videos of him walking into the stadium after hours, where he's accused of picking up items like soccer jerseys and a gold shovel before leaving. On one occasion, he's accused of stealing an Apple laptop. Sanger was finally arrested after police say he stole one of the stadium's vans whilst wearing a jersey that police say was also stolen.
Sanger was booked on multiple counts of burglary alongside a count of possession of one drug that officers say after they say they found meth in his backpack. And our top national story this hour from ABC News. The House has once again passed a war powers resolution that aims to limit the Trump administration's ability to continue the war in Iran. 4 Republicans joined House Democrats in voting yes. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez spoke with reporters after the vote.
I think that Americans of all backgrounds are sick of seeing the United States enter wars without justification, spending trillions of dollars in our engagements abroad, and people can't even afford an inhaler pump here at home.
The vote is pretty much symbolic at this point since the president would not sign off on it. Your money at this moment, all the markets in the red really not doing well today. The Dow is currently down 533 points, more than a full percentage point. The S&P is down 103. The NASDAQ is down more than 600 points, down more than 2.3%. Coming up a little cooler today, but the heat is turning right back up for the weekend. Take a look at the forecast next. KSL News Time 102.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait, only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Join me on the trip of a lifetime, an 8-day enchanting Rhine River cruise, August 7th through the 14th, 2027, so a year from August, aboard the elegant Amafiora, sailing from Basel, Switzerland to Amsterdam. We will cruise through the heart of Europe, past medieval castles, vineyard-covered hillsides, and storybook villages in France, Germany, and the Netherlands. And Morris Columbus Travel planned every single detail, so we just show up and enjoy ourselves. We're talking gourmet dining, licensed local guides at every port, a Morris Columbus tour manager right right there on board and exclusive pricing with savings of thousands off brochure rates. They've reserved just 50 cabins for our group, and I will be there for Q&A sessions and just to spend time together. This is a bucket list journey for me, and I hope you'll join me. Book in one click at morriscolumbus.com/KSL or call a Morris Columbus advisor at 800-999-4646. Optional pre-cruise Switzerland and post-cruise Amsterdam tours available too. Come see Europe with me. I can't wait.
Morris Columbus.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
Westbound I-80 still seeing very heavy delays starting at the mouth of Parley's Canyon, and it's dense all the way over till just about 1300 East, where that semi-truck fire has been doused, but it is still just one lane getting through, so it's very slow traffic. And even if you transition from east belt of I-215 to I-80, that ramp is also filling up, so instead take Foothill or get off at 3300 south on I-215 so you avoid that heavy delay. Northbound I-15 also slow from 4500 south up to the I-80-201 interchange. Those are residual delays after a crash cleared off the road. Your dream kitchen starts at Bedrock Courts. Visit a showroom near you or explore surfaces online at bedrockcourts.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
It's officially starting to dry out with highs in the mid-90s today with overnight lows in the 70s, and chance of rain decreases as we work our way through the next 7 days. We return to the triple digits tomorrow, the high of 100 flat, 101 Saturday. Sunday, we could potentially get as high as 102 degrees. Right now, it is 90 degrees in Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. It's a Pioneer Day Eve edition of KSL Brightside. Thanks for being with us on the program. Alex Curie here. Richie Stedman to my right today in place of Ethan Millard, who is getting a head start on the old trail.
He's got his.
He was sent out in the early group.
Yeah,
to get out to the.
He'll let us know. He's going to send back a handwritten map of what the weekend will look like.
And he'll tell us if anybody died of dysentery along the way. So Ethan will be back, of course, on Monday, and we're hoping that your Pioneer Day festivities get kicked off in a good way. And we've got a ton to jump into today when it comes to the Pioneer Day stuff. We've got the text messages already rolling. 57500 is the text number. You can weigh in on, because Richie is telling me that despite the fact that this is my 25th, 26th Pioneer Day here in the state of Utah, he tells me that the Pioneer Day foods are very specific, and they're not just a holdover of the leftover hot dogs and burgers that you didn't cook for 4th of July, and you're going to do them now for the 24th. That's not good enough. So You can tell us what the traditional Pioneer Day foods are in your home, 57500. I can tell you what the ones that the computer told me are the number one items. We can get into that a little bit later, but we've got lots of things to jump into. Specifically, we still have Andy and Steve hanging on the line here because we're doing an earlier edition of this week's edition of Movies That Stink. So let's jump in.
You'll never get that time back. Or the $50 you spent on theater popcorn. It's time for Movies That Stink.
Well, and I'm a little bit worried about this because Steve Sales is the kind of guy who his opinion he lays off quite a bit on. He doesn't if something doesn't go well and he doesn't like it at the movie theater.
Shy.
He doesn't like to talk about it. He just likes to only just be he's a studio shill. He's a studio shill.
I can't even remember a movie I hated. Like I just can't.
I know. Steve Sales, welcome back, dude. Good to see you, man. I get to see you on the camera right now. You don't get to see us, the reverse, but I get to see you.
I forget about that thing.
So I haven't seen Steve in a minute, and so this was good to be able to have. And of course, Andy Farnsworth. Hey, grab me one of those. One of those tunics in the back there. Again, when you're there, you always have to grab me something to wear on the way.
Right there. Oh, that
yeah,
gold
gotcha.
Yes,
grab me that jacket. Grab me that gold something right there. Because I think that
does
would
kind of stick out.
He'll pay you back. I do. That is flashy,
oh, wow.
Oh
my God! By the way,
is that copper?
This was here when I was last year.
It is copper.
What size is it?
It's got to be like a
what
38L.
size is it?
If it's a
It
46.
is a 48.
No, you know what?
No, it's 34.
And it's got a vest.
Is it
Dude.
pleather? What is that thing?
That is amazing.
It's plush right here.
But again,
It's not a material known to
I
mankind.
know it's velvet, and you know what it is? That right there is the mascot for NPS. I feel like, you know what I mean. Like that is like if you're gonna pick something out from NPS and be like, well, how do you explain what's there? And you go, let me hold up this box of cereal, but also this.
Yeah.
No, I got to disagree with you on that, my friend.
Those are the
Julie's.
things. Those are the things that you can get at the NPS. No, I'm saying the spectrum is broad, my guy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, don't limit yourself at an NPS.
Never. So,
Hey, by the way,
yes.
Alex, before we get into a movie that stinks, somebody heard you got the band back together, and they were kind of offended that they didn't get a call, and so they're here with us
boy.
right now.
Oh boy, it's not Steve.
Do you remember this guy? You did lots and lots of remotes with him.
Alex, this is Jeff Whipple.
Oh my goodness, Jeff Whipple.
I'm really hurt. You
Speaking
and Ethan get back together and rename the show. Join the Witness Protection Program. I don't know what the story is, but
they're letting everybody into the store today.
Clearly,
he came for the copper.
And we give him a microphone.
no one can remember that other guy that left the Beatles before they.
Listen,
never mind.
Jeff, first of all, Jeff has been witness to, and Jeff has been participant to, and has handed me many pounds of popcorn over the years that we've. It's so good to see you, Jeff. I'm so glad that you're there. Of course, with Steve there. It's not just Ethan and I who get the band back together again, but you guys getting back. That's also another thing. So, man,
you dropped the studio shill on Steve.
I know. Speaking of a guy who's the original, the original.
Come
studio
on,
shill.
man.
Well, it's good to see you guys. And now, that's what I was going to say is, Jeff, you feel comfortable enough talking about movies that stink nowadays? You've always been the number. Like, you don't just go, well, you know, I know about all these movies because it's part of my job. You actually were like, no, you were an amateur film critic along the way. Always, you gave us the truth whenever it happened.
And contractually, I'm still forbidden from bagging on any film because they're all outstanding.
They're all amazing.
Frankly, because I've met some of those people back in New Jersey and elsewhere, and I don't want to mess with them.
Those.
We backed this film, and you liked it, didn't you?
I loved every minute of it.
It'd be a shame if something happened to you when you got home.
It was in focus. There was sound and picture and everything, man.
Well, it's good to see you, Jeff. I'm so glad that we get a piece of a little bit of everybody with the throwback here.
By the way, big shout out on the new show. It's terrific.
Thanks,
well
Jeff.
done.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well. So things are good on a throwback on a Pioneer Day edition of the program. I want to know
Pioneers in film. Here we are.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know right off the bat here if it's worth for me going to see. Odyssey, because I haven't met somebody who has been down the middle on it. I've only met people who love it, or I've met people who hate it. Where are you guys at on this thing?
Oh, I think it's amazing.
Incomplete.
I think it's amazing. Steve hasn't seen it yet.
Jeff hasn't seen it either.
Jeff hasn't seen it
I'm waiting.
either.
I'm waiting, but
He tried to go with me yesterday, but
Jeff tried to go on $5 Tuesday, and there weren't any seats.
Well, but you have to do the IMAX
waiting for the
experience, right?
tag-
He found out it was $5.99. He was like, "Well, that's too much. I can't do that."
That's not $5. It's not hot and ready $5 anymore. I'm out of here.
I'm waiting to read the book. No, wait.
I was like, yeah, right. You were forced like all of us. We're in 10th grade to read it. It's fine.
Where was this movie, by the way? Because I trudged through the Iliad and the Odyssey back in school. What
Why
we
couldn't
wouldn't
they
have
have this
given
back then,
for
I know.
a Zendaya version of the Odyssey.
A Zendaya version. Well,
Sign me up.
Even if they would have just had "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" back when I was in high school, I would have at least have been like, yeah, when John Candy came, or not John Candy, when John Goodman came along as Cyclops, and I got more involved in the movie. No, but like I've heard so many good reviews on it. When you spend $250 million on a film, then the expectations are extremely high because either you're a bust or you're the best thing that's ever happened.
This Christopher Nolan guy may actually have a career.
Yeah, he could amount to something. For me, it was the thing that made it really cool. First of all, I thought it was a good adaptation of a story that I liked, but not a story that I had memorized. So I think for historians or people who've read the original, who may have felt like some of what they liked about the original was missing, that's a fair criticism if that's what they had of it. As I watched it, I remembered most of the things, and I just thought this is their unique take. Like, for example, Cersei's story. I've never seen how her transformations work, and in the way she does it in that movie is not how I imagined it, but it was kind of interesting. I did not know that the giant warriors with the armor on are cannibals. They didn't really go into that in the movie, thankfully.
How do they do that with the helmets?
Well, they probably take them off, Steve.
Take your helmet off to eat, Steve. Come on.
11 herbs and spices?
Yeah, what are you, a pig or something? You don't even take your helmet off?
It's the same thing that like what Cosmo does when he's like on the sideline and he eats his own cougar tail at BYU's football stadium.
Ew, that's right.
But if you're going to see it, if you have a desire to see it, you should see it on the biggest screen possible, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't the first one top to bottom they filmed with the IMAX cameras?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess.
And I actually sat in the lower part of the Jordan Commons for this one. I usually sit up in the crow's nest. I prefer that view. But down at the bottom, the screen seemed even more massive.
Oh, I guess.
Like I felt like I was looking up at the obelisk in 2001. I need to hear Also Sprach Zarathustra as I'm watching it. See, I've seen some classics.
Well, way to go.
I did hear you guys telling each other or mentioning to some of the listeners, at least Steve, I had heard that you didn't like something that was and we like to make sure that if there's something that really is a stinker out there that you don't like, that maybe we throw people and say, hey, maybe don't jump in necessarily into that. Maybe go check out the Odyssey instead of this movie.
Her Private Hell was a nightmare. It's really an absolute disaster.
Sounds like it was already that way because of the name. In the name, you can avoid the movie, right? Like,
yeah, the name of the movie doesn't even fit. It's just stunning visual scenes that are really pretty, but they're but the women are treated like cattle, and gosh, it's just an awful movie.
He texted me. And he goes,
don't see it.
He's like, let me save you the trouble of watching it.
Yeah.
Her Private Hell, it was terrible. He's like, I call it my private hell.
See? I knew it.
I have a feeling he's not going to be the only one who thinks that over the course of the week as different critics.
I dare you to find somebody who loved it, and they could call me. If they can explain to me something it's worth seeing on that movie.
Oh, there's always some. There's some artsy folks out there who goes, I just really appreciated and then they fill in the blank, and you go, I don't know how you appreciated it.
Yeah.
Well, but the other thing you said during the movie show was that this is from a director that he's actually done some things that you liked and done them well.
Yeah, Drive with Ryan Gosling was a great movie.
It's the same director.
That's
though you wouldn't know it apparently.
But if you didn't go see the movie that came after that, the Neon Demon, but actually that was okay, but this is way beyond.
So he had good, not so good,
and the bad and ugly.
Friggin' terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, as obviously the Odyssey was one that I was pretty big on. I don't know how Minions and Monsters are going in you guys' world, except for the fact that my kids they didn't love it, and they've seen all of them.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do
that
about
one.
it.
The parts that I liked about Minions and Monsters, my kids would never think was interesting or funny because it was all these nods to old Hollywood. They have a spoof scene of Citizen Kane that no kid is going to get.
No,
but
you don't think.
Everybody, all the adults started laughing at this scene. It cuts to black and white, and you see one of the minions laying there, and he's like,
Rosebud.
Pooh.
Instead of Rosebud, just says Pooh. Well,
but that's what I'm saying. So those things was what I liked about it, and then my kids liked all the stuff that I was like, nah, it's not that funny.
You
I
weren't
think
looking forward to it anyway, were you?
Yeah, the Minions to me are side characters.
Yes.
They are hilarious and Despicable Me, but when you give a movie to characters who literally can't speak your language and you don't give subtitles, that's like sticking me in a Russian film and saying, all right, here it is, no subtitles. What do you think?
It's funny.
It's funny. Yeah, see, look, they slapped each other. Ah.
Yeah, I don't. I kind of got past it a little bit, but at the same time, Andy, Toy Story 5, per your word,
one of my best movies of the year.
Per your word, it lived up to it, and actually, I think it might be my second favorite of all time, just because I don't feel like number one can be beaten because of just like what it was.
See, I thought number 2 was the best of all of them.
I think that just number 1 was right when some of my kids were like right in that moment, and I was feeling it. It was so groundbreaking.
Wait, Toy Story 1?
Not for my kids. I'm just saying, but that was when I know.
Alex, do you have a second family?
I don't. But I'm saying like when I went through it in order with them, and I started watching it with them. Because in '95 I was not interested in watching it as a.
No, I don't have a separate family. Listen, it's just them. I love you guys so much.
Shout out to the Curies 2, the originals out there.
Am I going to hear another Curie in an ad on KSL?
You know who you are, you 20-something, you 30-somethings. Yeah. No, you guys went way over time here just because I love being able to catch up. But Steve, Jeff Whipple, always good to see you. Like I said, I get to
Thank
see you on camera here, so I get to wave at you guys even though you can't see us. But Andy, as usual, if you don't walk out with that jacket though, come on, man. Then you haven't.
I don't think it fit him.
It looks cool. Maybe I'll wear it to my daughter's wedding.
This is what I'm
She'll
saying.
love it.
Is you're an NPS guy. Walk
Triple
out the
dog dare you.
Prove it. Walk out the door with it. That's what I'm saying.
Pay for it.
Let's go. All right, fellas. Thanks for joining us. We'll chat with you again. Good to see you guys, and thanks for being with us on the program.
Hey guys,
we'll
take care.
We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we've got our 3 things to jump into on our Pioneer Day weekend edition of the program. As we jump into it, stay here. More to go. KSL Brightside continues.
Amanda, every business needs IT help, and sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't, or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure, so both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and if you have a drain that's clogged or backed up, after you've tried the plungers and products, the next step usually involves some kind of drain snake or cabling equipment. You see, sometimes the blockage is far enough down the line that you need special equipment that most homeowners just don't have. That's where the Drains Department at Any Hour Services can help. A drain snake can clear most blockages and get the water flowing again, and clearing blocked drains is what our Drains Department does day in and day out. So if you're a homeowner with a drain line that's clogged or backed up and you'd like one of our drain technicians to come and snake the line for you, it's only $29. Yep, you heard that right. Any Hour Services will snake any drain line with normal access for only $29. Sinks, showers, tubs, toilets, floor drains, laundry drains, even that sewer main line that connects to the city. We'll snake any line for just $29. For help with your drain issues, call Any Hour Services at 801-443-7700. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
For 250 years, the beating heart of the USA has been the people who call this land home and the communities we make here together. America First Credit Union is proud to have been a part of those communities for 87 years and proud to help our members realize their financial dreams. So come join us in celebrating and succeeding the way Americans always have. Together. Federally insured by NCUA.
For 250 years, America has been built by hardworking people who believe in freedom, family, and community. At Performance Automotive in Bountiful, we're proud to celebrate that legacy during our Freedom to Drive sales event. Join us as we honor our military, first responders, and the families who make Utah strong. Take advantage of special savings, great trade values, and financing opportunities across our inventory. Performance Automotive in Bountiful, 250 years of American pride, and we're just getting started.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome back. KSL Brightside continues right here on KSL News Radio. Alex Curie here. Normally Ethan Miller to my right. It is Richie Stedman today. Richie, thanks for hanging out, man.
There's no better way I could celebrate my Pioneer heritage than being here with you.
I appreciate that. We're asking you via text, 57500. A couple things going on. One, we're doing a Pioneer Day edition of First World Problems. Anything that becomes a first world problem. Anything that is something that you only in the first world can complain about. I actually have a few Pioneer Day based first world problems that we're also going to be bringing up, 57500. But we're also taking texts on what your traditional Pioneer Day fare is.
Yeah, what you eat, and here you contest that it's basically just it's just Independence Day 2.0 as far as food goes.
Lazy side of me just goes, hey, look, fire the grill up. Let's go with the dogs and the burgers because we had that 3 weeks ago and that worked out pretty good.
Yeah, there was something for everyone within that. My contention is maybe we do that, but there are things that you only eat on the 24th of July or the 24th of July weekend, or you put it a different way, it's special. It's special, and you make it for the 24th of July.
That's probably a better
weekend.
way to put it, because about it being whether or not if it's you only eat it on that. I contend that if you only eat it on that day, it's actually not very good food. It's like turkey. Like, why are we not eating turkey as much as we do? We're like, well, we love it. Turkey is so good. Mm-hmm. And then everyone goes, yeah, but you only have it on Thanksgiving. And by the way, normally it's kind of done. It's a hit and miss situation.
Sure.
And I'll throw myself under the bus here and just tell you, I'm not a big pumpkin pie guy.
No, sweet potato pie is the way to go. If you've never done that,
I just don't like pumpkin pie very much, and so maybe that sounds un-American. But what I'm saying is that if you guys have a Pioneer Day thing that you do food-wise that I need to get on board with, 57500 is the text number. We'll be able to get into some of those as well. In the meantime, I've got ourselves some things to kick off here. It is. Hold on here. Do I have something playing in the background? I don't want to. Here we go. Now it is the 3 things. Let's do it. Wait, let me do it officially. Let me make sure we do it officially. There we
Your
go.
top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The 3 Things.
All right, you think I botched that enough? Or
no, smooth. I didn't even notice.
Just like our Pioneer heritage.
Yeah.
They didn't know exactly where they were going, but then they
just
found a way to it. And you know what? They just persevered.
Yeah.
That's not. No, I did.
And talked
through it. And died. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
So here's what I have. If you're thinking about firing up Pioneer Day with some brown eggs, there's been a brown egg recall. That's right. The brown eggs, 1.6 million brown eggs have been recalled because of a salmonella fear that's out there. Now, they didn't necessarily feel like that they could confirm that it was there or not, but poultry, of course, could be rife with the salmonella. But Midwest Poultry Services are recalling almost 2 million eggs over concerns that they could be contaminated with salmonella. And the FDA saying, you know what, we agree with that. Why don't you go ahead and do that? So the recall it covers white shell and cage-free shells produced at the company's Texas farms, distributed to retailers in 6 states. Let me see here.
I'm going to need help, though, because I don't see egg color.
Oh,
so I'm gonna
like you're colorblind?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, you're morally.
No, yeah, morally colorblind.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I thought you meant you go to the store and your wife goes, "Why don't you pick up some of those brown eggs?" And then you go, "I don't know where they are."
Someone help me.
Okay. So, but now hold on a minute. Here's what I want to know, because I was told these were brown eggs, but now it says it covers white shell and cage-free shell eggs.
They just have to listen. Was that chicken near that other chicken?
Then we're going to need you to. Been. Yeah. So they say straight up, some of the Krogers and the Brookshire grocery stores across the South and the Midwest, they're just told, don't buy the eggs there. You know what that means? You're free to buy eggs here. You can buy all the Utah eggs that you want, and you'll feel all good about it, because it's going to be just fine if you're an egg person here in the state of Utah. Secondly, I don't know if you saw this story. You go over to KSL.com and you can see this, but a man has been arrested. Talk about a beef between 2 neighbors that went really, really weird. A man has been arrested after he's being accused of shooting a BB gun at 2 of his neighbors at a barbecue. The family is saying that their neighbor, Timothy Glade Holloway, has been arrested and he's been investigated for assault. And they believe that the attack was unprovoked. This is in Garden City up in Rich County. A man was arrested after 2 kids were shot by BBs over the weekend, by a BB gun over the weekend. And just randomly, at about 5:20, officers showed up and responded to a man who had been shooting BB guns and pellets at 2 boys that were trail sighted at a KOA Journey campground in Garden City. So neighboring campground, and didn't like their attitude. I don't know.
Yeah,
witnesses described the suspect as an older male with white, gray, and a gray. With white and grayish hair, a gray shirt and hat, and goatee facial hair. Witnesses indicated the man fired shots from the area where the employee housing was located west of the campground. They responded and said, "Are you shooting at these kids? Huh?"
Yep. I have too many questions.
I
because
do too,
it says
and the police
BB,
do too.
It has BB gun,
Also
and then it
pellet.
says pellet.
Yeah, which you can fire both from the same weapon typically.
But I feel like a BB is a lesser offense. Like, you shouldn't do this. I'm not coming.
You're going to go straight feet per second on this thing and go.
Like, I think the pellet is more lead and can cause more, and it's sharper on the end. Like, And why? They kept him up.
Okay,
he wandered where he shouldn't have been.
We don't know. Imagine how terrifying this would be, though, because according to the family, Liliana Padilla Perez said to, who's a Salt Lake resident, said to police who arrived at the scene, "The next thing I know, my daughter is screaming, and she says, 'They're shooting at the boys. They're shooting at the boys.'" Jeez. That is terrifying to be able to hear. And so that ended up being one way to handle it. And so that guy's arrested. I'm glad they figured something out here. And so pending how that, I'm very interested to see how this thing works out. And then finally, and we'll get to this when we come back, but fireworks at Utah Lake, how they're handling the fact that a lot of these cities down there in Utah County, especially right around the lake, are still full ban on the fireworks. But don't worry, one group of entrepreneurs and pioneers, if you will, are firing this thing up and getting you excited about it. We'll tell you about it next. How the fireworks over Utah Lake are going to continue. Your Pioneer Day can continue, everybody. You can have your fireworks. Let somebody else fire them off. We'll come right back. More to go after news, traffic, and weather right here. It is KSL Brightside.
1:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small with a look at our top story this half hour. And it is breaking news. Vernal is asking residents to stay away from the Walmart due to a significant police presence in the area. This is just off Highway 191. The city did not say what the police are there for. They say additional information will be shared when it becomes available. If we get that, we will pass that to you here on KSL News Radio. Another local news, Salt Lake City leaders are considering a proposal that would only allow new non-residential properties to use up to 200,000 gallons of water per day, though places like farms, schools, churches, and hospitals would be exempt. Salt Lake City Council member Victoria Petro was just one council member to suggest even tighter restrictions.
I just think that we don't see what's coming, and what I do know is protecting water is a basic human need.
The emergency water order the city passed back in March is very similar to this proposal, but that's set to expire in September, and they need to pass something that does not expire anytime soon. The city council is expected to take public comment on this in mid-August. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Kentucky's governor says he is yet to hear any news about Senator Mitch McConnell's condition. The senator went to the hospital nearly 6 weeks ago, and there have been questions about whether he's able to continue to hold his seat. Democratic New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez told reporters that those questions need to be answered.
I mean, if Senator McConnell is not capable of as basic a task as answering a letter to Governor Beshear, I think that conveys a very disturbing inability to fulfill his duties.
McConnell has been absent from Congress since he was rushed to the hospital last month. And your money at this moment, markets all still in the red, very much so. The Dow is now down 547 points, more than 1%. The S&P is down 104, and the NASDAQ is down 617 points. Coming up, a return to the triple digits is knocking on the doorstep. KSL Weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:33.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
It's always fun to shop at NPS. The other day, Dee and I went into NPS, but we went in with a mission. We were doing all kinds of fun things at this time of year with our grandkids and the family. We decided, okay, we've got to get to NPS. And we did, and we started picking up all the fun things. From the treats over in the grocery area, you can pick up your regular groceries there as well, but we were looking for treats for the grandkids, things that would be perfect for the road trip that we were taking down to St. George. We found so many fun things that the kids absolutely loved. Plus, we wanted them to have toys for the backyard, the sandbox, the pool, 20 to 70% savings each and every day at all 4 of their locations. But the cool thing is, and this is where the treasure hunt aspect comes into effect, they offer even more incredible savings on top of the already low price. They're in Orem, they're in Layton, and of course, in Salt Lake. NPS.
I'm Utah tax attorney Jordan Wilcox. Don't face the IRS alone.
I was self-employed, and I got behind on my taxes. And then 1 year became 2 years and 3 years, and $116,535.47 to be exact. It just became overwhelming. Finally, I went to another tax company, and they were more interested in how good they were than helping me. I heard about Jordan and talking to the other people who'd done and been in the same situations that I was in, and their tax problems seemed just like mine. And so I went to Jordan, and it was amazing. They were able to negotiate it down to $5,200, and life became wonderful to me.
Don't face the IRS alone. You need a tax attorney that's not afraid to fight for you. Visit endtaxworry.com to schedule your free consultation. That's endtaxworry.com.
I will be forever grateful.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Get a look at traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Westbound I-80 has on again, off again closed in this cleanup of a semi-truck fire just before 1300 East, and that's why it's stop-and-go traffic coming out of Parley's Canyon. If you're coming out of the canyon, transition to I-215 or Foothill and avoid these delays on I-80 because it is still only one lane getting through. Otherwise, though, roadway's looking pretty okay for your midday drive. No slowdowns on I-15 in Utah, Salt Lake, and Davis counties. But northbound in Weber County, we're seeing some traffic in the construction zone at 5600 South and Roy, reaching up past Riverdale Road. That seems to be due to a disabled vehicle that is now just in the right shoulder. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather working our way up to a high of 94 degrees today. Look for overnight lows in the 70s, but then it's really going to start heating up tomorrow with a high of 100 degrees. Expect it 101 on Saturday and 102 on Sunday. Right now, it is 91 degrees and partly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. It is KSL Brightside. Alex Curie here. And, of course, he is Richie Stedman sitting in for Ethan Millard.
Needed a day. Mental health day. Good
yeah,
for him.
he did. No, he needed all of it. Thanks for coming in, man. We appreciate it. And I'm glad you're spending your it's not P-Day Eve. It is Pioneer Day Eve.
Yeah, I'm looking for got letters and some laundry I got to do tomorrow.
Good,
got to
good.
get that together.
So we appreciate you coming in on that. And so we're asking people what you can weigh in on it, 57500. I told you that the number one thing that I saw that is a Pioneer Day food item that is Pioneer Day like tradition specific to, not specific like, oh, it was invented for Pioneer Day. None of that.
No.
But according to Copilot, the number one consumed thing across the state of Utah is root beer floats.
Which I love. I love a root beer float.
Is a root beer float? Do we corroborate that a root beer float is a Pioneer Day experience?
Well, and I think we should, heretofore, we'll talk to Spence, Governor Cox.
Oh, yeah.
We'll ask him if he can just call them Pioneer floats. If we can just declare it heretofore. Pioneer floats.
And, and then we've got to, like, declare a day like a root beer float.
Yes.
Like a holiday.
It's
not
the
just
official beverage of
Utah. Yes, all of it.
And it has to be hires because we got to go local.
Sure. Do a declaration, have it on the nice paper.
Yeah. Whereas.
Yeah.
Yes. Every line starts whereas.
The year of our Lord, 2026.
Yep.
Yeah.
In honor of the 189th celebration of the Days of 47.
Is that where we're at, by the way?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten there. We're a state, man.
179. Nope.
179.
Right.
All right. So we're getting close there. So root beer floats is on the list as according to AI, that's number one. Maybe they're wrong. Hit us with a text 57500 on what your Pioneer Day food items are that you guys participate with at your house. This one says, I think we should start eating Mexican food on Pioneer Day. And I said, okay, hold on.
Yeah, why?
Because this one says, we do. This is from Logan. It says, we do. Because the pioneers were actually driven out of the U.S., technically to the Mexico territories. There you go.
So in honor of
the pioneers becoming honorary Mexicans the day they came to this this valley.
Yes.
Then you start firing up the Mexican food.
Yeah.
It's a winding road to get there to eat the Mexican food, but I'll take any excuse to eat Mexican food whenever I can.
So tacos for Pioneer Day.
I would do it. Well, it's like when some people do Chinese food around Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, and they go, it's Christmas Eve. Let's go get some. Or in Japan, it's big to do KFC on New Year's Eve. So you go, hey, let's do the traditional KFC. So do something just kind of off the beaten path a little bit. Mexican food on Pioneer Day.
Yeah, I could support it. The problem is that the pairing of Mexican food and Dutch oven peach cobbler, that is a mess in your stomach. That is a thing.
So Dutch oven is also a big one for Pioneer Day.
Yes.
All right, we'll get into that a little bit more.
Okay.
In just a little bit. But in the meantime, speaking of Pioneer Day celebrations, we are putting on hold for this year our major fireworks celebration that we do in our neighborhood. And everybody's a little bit bummed about it. We're still doing our full neighborhood party. Yet to be seen of whether or not we fire. We have a couple of smaller fireworks that have been purchased previous to all the bans. And there'll be a couple of things that go off, but they're nothing crazy. And when I say nothing crazy, because we have mostly crazy amounts of fireworks that we would do on Pioneer Day every year for our neighborhood party. We've put that on hold. And so,
thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, whatever. No, I'm more just along the lines of I think it's us pouting. Really, it's just our neighborhood going, well, I don't know. They're like, you can do it now, and you go, I actually don't want to anymore.
Yeah. Can we go here for a second? Spoiler. How about maybe no fireworks anymore in the desert?
Don't do that to me. Don't say ever again. I'm fine for this year. Look, I've played your little game here. All right, I've gone as far as to not. And it's unbanned, by the way, in our neighborhood, but we're gonna lay off of them.
Short of it's my American right to blow stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Why here? What if I think about I'm going to light this and the leftovers of this are going to go up on the mountain and start a fire and burn all of my neighbor's house down.
But that's not necessarily the case every time.
But it is a risk that I'm taking, if I don't do that, it is far more likely that I'm not going to burn down the mountainside.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah, but
your
Richie,
front yard is going to be zero-scaped, and fireworks are going away. I'm sorry. Take it as a voice on the hill.
Yeah, but Richie, isn't it purty when they fire off? Aren't they purty, those lights? I like them. That's the reason that we do them, is because the loud booms and the lights are spectacular in that moment.
But
why is it a Pioneer Day thing? Because we've made it a Pioneer Day.
Yeah,
so there you go.
We said, we'll
sure,
mesh.
why not?
It's Pioneer Day 250 celebration, like America. No, it's not been 250 years, but we just take everything and use it as an excuse to cram together.
Right, and I'm all for it. I'm here for it. I like it. Come on, man. Why not?
There's a time and a season. It's the same thing. Like people are like, there's drone shows. Have you seen one of these drone shows?
Yeah, they did it. So the Days of 47 rodeo over here that we do, they have a tremendous drone show, and the drone show's got like the wagon wheels going.
Yeah.
They got a cowboy doing the lasso in the sky. It's phenomenal. It is also like, if you wanted to do a show like that, it's $50,000 a pop.
Yeah, it's not, and people will contend it's just the same as fireworks, but it doesn't create the pollution and the chances for fire. It's not, and I think we just need to go.
No, it's its own version of cool, for sure.
There was a time where we could blow stuff up, and the fiery things could fall to the ground, and that would be okay, and that time is gone.
I'm not going to go fully on board with that, but I'm on board with the folks in Utah County.
Now, this is smart. This I can get behind.
Yes. Utah County. There is a website called UtahLakeFireworks.com. It's an actual website. It sounds fake, but it's a real thing. There is a fireworks show that is being had, that is being sponsored by QTS Data Centers.
That's the data center up by Meta. It's the one right
up there in Eagle Mountain.
Yeah, Eagle Mountain behind Meta.
So QTS Data Centers and Utah City.
The coolest city in Utah.
Which you didn't know necessarily existed yet.
Yep.
And technically, we don't.
It's a master planned, hey, please.
We might make it happen. They are going to shoot fireworks off over Utah Lake, on a barge on Utah Lake. What I would assume would kill multiple carp at the same time. So we're knocking out a couple birds with one stone here.
Yes.
And I would assume they'd be handing out some of those carp. One for you, one for your family, because now they're edible.
It's a family tradition.
The pioneers have been doing this for decades.
The pioneers ate carp. Are you doing it? Or are you just here are you just bandwagoning fireworks right now? You want to be all pioneering?
Here's what I love about this is that let somebody else spend all their money on the fireworks.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That is 100% what I'm saying.
So let somebody else spend the money on the fireworks. I like having our little neighborhood show periodically, but I also like saving the old pocketbook.
I have been impaled by fireworks.
You see, it sounds like your personal problems are the fact that you just are around people that don't know how to set fireworks off, and you're one of those people.
The wind blew it over, and then just like you see in YouTube videos,
the wind blew it over is a problem.
Right at me, hurt real bad, could have been blinded, etc.
The wind blowing it over means you didn't prepare well enough. Okay.
So maybe it's an optional tax. Like when we go to vote for registration, we can, hey, you want to donate $3 to the fireworks? And we have huge. And I'm talking massive America. Let's blow some stuff up by professionals. One in Utah Lake. Maybe we try and revive the Great Salt Lake kind of thing. And we all head to our waterways and we do these things. And it is like dynamite in the air, blowing up like it'll shatter your car windows.
Okay, so
it is a
check this
fireworks celebration. That is what I'm like.
If you want to be able to have a moment that is really, really super dang cool as well, our sister station FM 100.3, just upstairs, they are one of the sponsors of the show. And here's the other thing that happens on Pioneer Day: they're going to celebrate the same thing. And here's what you're going to be able to do: you could bring a family member to the America Fork Marina, the Linden Marina. You can enjoy the view from your boat or from your boat on the water.
Take your boat out on the water.
So here's what you do. You tune into FM 100.3 on their stream or on the app, and the patriotic music plays in the background, synchronized with every burst of color. Now we're talking.
Yes.
Now we're talking. Yep. It's like when you drive by those what are they called? The Christmas lights.
Yes.
And they go tune into this random pirate radio station that's been playing from my son's bedroom. And the palm trees are dancing on the lawn. This is the same thing, but FM 100 is going to be out there. You can join them at American Fork Marina or Linden Marina. They're going to be playing it, and it's going to be synced with the fireworks show. So there you go.
Yep. If we could get on board with this is how we still get all of our bang bang blow stuff up stuff and a bigger party. Food trucks. It's massive community.
Yes.
It's like what Sugar House Park used to be.
Fireworks at UtahLake.com is an actual website that exists, and you can go check it out there. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We have more around the corner when we continue right here on KSL Brightside. Don't want to miss any of it because we're going to come back and talk about how work retreat parties need to get a facelift. And actually, studies show exactly what needs to happen at your work party to make sure that they're super cool and that you can keep those employees around. Stay with us. More to go. KSL Brightside.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Did you know Utah State University is home to one of the nation's leading centers for disability research and advocacy? At the Institute for Disability Research Policy and Practice, we work side by side with Utahns with disabilities, their families, and community partners to make our state more accessible and inclusive for everyone. Our researchers Researchers, educators, and advocates partner with family service providers and policymakers to create real lasting change. We believe that everyone deserves a chance to live, learn, work, and play in our communities. From helping children reach their potential in early intervention programs, to building accessible technologies, to improving mental health and employment supports, our work touches every corner of the state. The Institute for Disability Research, Policy, and Practice is the only disability-focused research center in the state of Utah. That means we're Utah's home for innovation, data-driven policy, and community solutions that make life better for people with disabilities. Find us at idrpp.usu.edu.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. KSL Brightside. Thanks for being with us. Alex Curie, Richie Stedman today. He's sitting in for Ethan Millard, and I've got a couple text messages to read for you. 57500. You can weigh in on the things that you're eating on your Pioneer Day. Is there something that you have to have? Clint weighed in on this one. This is a very... I feel like this is very much along the lines of something that our listeners would do. Clint, for sure. I think I had the Baconator last year. That was Pioneer Day, the tradition of a Baconator. All right.
Okay.
Let me see here.
Do you personally, do you have a thing that you eat?
We do. So we actually, speaking of Mexican food, we have a taco truck at our neighborhood party.
Okay.
That we get to come, and they come, and then we order the stuff from the taco cart. And so I get taco cart stuff.
Sounds great.
But like we've also had in the past, we've had the corn dog truck.
Sure.
We've had grilled cheese sandwich truck come. Our big thing is like we have ice cream, basically unlimited ice cream sandwiches, stuff like that. I will say this: we've upped our game this year. We have a neighbor who, for a totally different event, bought a soft serve ice cream machine.
Whoa.
They were like, we're not doing this. They're like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this rental stuff anymore. Oh, I know. For you and I, we can't
oh my
do
gosh, I just put my mouth under that thing.
I know. And you know what? So they have like the Dole Whip mix, and they have the vanilla mix, and you get those swirled together, and you got yourself something going on there.
I'm not eating food at that point.
I know.
That's
So they're rolling over. They're literally going to roll over the soft serve ice cream machine on top. So ice cream is a big one.
Oh,
it's because of the heat, all that.
Sure.
Ice cream is a big one.
I'd contend homemade ice cream especially. Maybe you're doing the rock salt and you're doing the old hand crank.
Well,
you know that?
The 2026 version of that is an ice cream machine.
Sure, but,
okay?
but
the soft serve ice cream machine.
There's something that tastes just a little sweeter when you're hand cranking it.
For sure. Peach pie. That was somebody voted as like that is the classic, and I don't contend. I'm not going to dispute it at all. Peach pie. That would be considered to me like a classic Pioneer Day food situation. 57500. We had somebody weighing in on like whether or not you want to have the drone show versus the fireworks. This one says drones suck.
It's just not the same. I'm not trying to make it be
big fireworks all day. Grilled burgers and corn on the cob. Does your friend rent out the soft serve Dole Whip machine? Other people do. I don't think these guys do.
Yeah.
But you can rent. I mean, that's the whole reason that they were renting them for. I think they've rented them for other things, and they just decided, you know what? We've spent too much on the rentals. We're just going to buy this thing.
Going to make the investment.
Yeah. With the investment.
Yeah, the investment. You know that you're always getting invited to neighborhood parties when you have that ice cream machine.
Now, Janice points out something that I think is very interesting, which is you have to do this, or you have to be pretty appreciative of this. Animals are going to be so very happy. I get it. The dogs are not going to go bonkers.
Go run away, and then the shelters.
I think in the case of my neighbor's dogs, they're just all hopped up on Valium. They're just like their tongues hanging out, and they're like in the basement somewhere. This one says, I like to eat. Oh, we like to have In-N-Out a 4x4 animal-style fries and a strawberry shake. That is... That's intense right there.
You don't have to eat the rest of the weekend.
No, I was going to say a 4x4 and fries that are animal-style and... strawberry shake, that's a lot.
That's a way to do it, actually.
I'm not going to judge
about it. You eat it, and then you just don't have to eat the rest of the weekend.
But again, but you know what? That's actually a great pioneer story right there, because, look, it's like eat food while you have it in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't know when your next meal is going to be.
You don't
know. So now you're forced into not eating for a few days.
Yes.
But it's you just going, that burger was too big.
It's good for you.
Endless cruise ship ice cream machine. Oh yeah, that's what you're asking for right there.
Yeah,
all right,
that's the problem.
57500 is the text number. You can weigh in on what you guys are eating for your Pioneer Day, or if there's like we have to have fill in the blank for our Pioneer Day. 57500. Okay, so next up on the program here, Richie, I was going to bring up this idea of the work retreat parties that are getting a lot of attention. And look, if you're working at a place that's dull and boring, don't do it anymore. Let's jump in right here with a Pursuit of Happiness.
When you find something that improves your day, tell a friend, teach a neighbor. It's all part of the KSL Brightside Pursuit of Happiness.
Okay. So the thing that I read that was interesting about this article was, if you are at the, companies are always trying to figure out things. It used to be like, have an in-office kitchen with like a stocked fridge. Oh, it's got smoothies in it.
It's the benefits that are getting people to stick around.
Yes.
So what do? Do you have all the snacks? Maybe your HR person brings a cart full of snacks and wheels them around to you when you're working.
They're not here this afternoon, but and you missed it yesterday. They did all mini pies.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
It's those little things, those little touches that you go, maybe this isn't the great place to work, but they give us a TV every Christmas.
Somebody was on their way to go quit with their boss yesterday when they ran into the pie cart, and then they go, all right, I'll hang on for a few more days.
Stick around.
Yeah, you guys just bought yourself a few more days on this. Well, according to a study, you're supposed to be partying like it's 1999. You're supposed to be partying like having your work parties more set up like a kid's birthday party. Like the throwback. Doing it at a place that has go-karts. Having like a foam pit that people can jump into. Having kind of basically a birthday party theme, like bonkers fun stuff to do for your work party is more effective than having like the get-together where they're handing out free ice cream only. I don't know why they chose that as I'm specifically handing out ice cream at our party tomorrow. Is it?
Yeah.
Now I will say this: we do have a bounce house situation. We have what they call the wet obstacle course, right? That sprays water while you do the.
As part of your celebration.
As part of the celebration tomorrow.
Okay.
And so that has that kid feel to it.
It's childlike.
You know what's childlike also? My neighbor. Think about how weird some of these people are that I live around. They have one of those money booths. You know the money flying around booth?
And
he does.
And so they fill it with like singles and fives and tens.
So
one of
the weirdest things that we're having to do for the party this year is go by the bank and get a bunch of singles.
I need to move to this neighborhood.
Now, some of it is now there's not going to be a lot of money flying around in it. We're actually going to be doing a lot of like joke coupons. It's like Richie T will shout you out on the radio, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll come by and I'll knock on your door.
Sure.
Whatever.
Foot rub from Alex, all those kinds of things. So it's not going to be just a bunch of money flying around in it, but we just thought it'd be an added deal. Actually, now that I think about it, it's going to be like 100 degrees tomorrow. Could actually just be a torture bin that people are getting into.
The dollar bills are just sticking to
people,
forehead.
and people are kidding. They're banging on. They're like, "Let me out of here!" And you're like,
"The door is stuck."
Are you having fun in there? Come on.
I actually like that as a bit for 24th of July. You're not allowed to use your hands. Whatever money sticks to you is the money that you get to keep.
You have to walk the balance line when it comes to the work side of things, because if you have a situation where you are throwing this massive party, but you've also told people that money's tight and we're not giving out raises.
Yeah.
But there's 14,
does not make sense.
But there's 14 bounce houses, then you're getting yourself into a weird spot there.
Yeah.
So I think that some employers are having to like really balance that out. Have a party, have it be kind of fun. But employers are moving more toward the birthday party kind of a theme. So, all right, we'll take a break here. News, traffic, weather right now. KSL Brightside continues next.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this hour. Officials have closed Butterfield Canyon after yesterday's storms washed out a portion of the road. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson has more.
Imagine a floating piece of asphalt with no dirt or foundation underneath on a mountainside, and that remaining hunk of road is crumbling into what appears to be about a 10-foot deep gap. That's what this TikTok user said he drove over before he realized just how bad it was. The water from yesterday's storms still draining through the cracks and down the hillside.
Talk about sketchy as hell, and there it comes just sloughing out.
Salt Lake County's Public Works Department is on the scene today, working to assess the damage and figure out the next steps. Tooele County says the road is impassable, so if you're trying to travel between Salt Lake and Tooele Counties, you're going to have to find another route. Nearby, they say Middle Canyon and camping at White Pines are still open for recreation. Heather Peterson, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Jeffrey Epstein's former banker James Staley is testifying before the House Oversight Committee today. He was Epstein's banker at J.P. Morgan.
Before he became the CEO of the multinational bank Barclays, he was an executive at J.P. Morgan who included Epstein among his clients. Now, that bank got sued after Epstein's death for allegedly ignoring red flags about sex trafficking. The bank itself admitted no wrongdoing, but settled that case for $290 million. There are also questions about his personal relationship with Epstein. The fact that he had a relationship with one of Epstein's assistants, that around 2010 he visited Epstein's island.
ABC's Peter Haralambous reporting. Your money at this moment, still a rough day on Wall Street. The Dow is currently down 507 points, nearly a full percentage point. The S&P is off 90, and the NASDAQ seeing the biggest declines, down 553 points, more than 2.1%. Coming up, if you love the triple digits, then this weekend's for you. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:02.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Nate Orchard from Advanced Window Products. When you live in Utah, your windows do a lot more than let the light in. They protect your home from freezing winters, blazing summers, and everything in between. That's why Advanced Window Products builds every window for your local climate. No middleman, no out-of-state delays, just factory direct quality, custom made for your home. Imagine a quieter home, a warmer home, a cooler home. Our high-efficiency vinyl windows are engineered to lower your energy bills and boost your comfort all year round. And installation is done by our own certified in-house crews, never subcontractors. That's why Utah homeowners give us 5-star reviews. Right now, take advantage of our anniversary sale. For a limited time, get $2,500 off when you buy 10 or more windows. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. For 40 years, Advanced Window Products has been the name Utah trusts for custom replacement windows and sliding glass doors. Advanced Window Products, built here, installed here, trusted here. Call 801-850-9100 for that $2,500 off, or visit us at advancedwindows.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
This is Colin Keary from the New Millennium Group. Have you ever had a question for your financial advisor only to find out that the next available appointment is months away? At New Millennium Group, we believe that financial advice should never be limited to once-a-year review meetings. Life happens every single day. Markets change, retirement questions come up, family situations evolve, and when they do, you deserve answers. That's why we pride ourselves at the New Millennium Group on being accessible when our clients clients need us most. Whether you're wondering about your investments or a major life decision, our team is here to help provide guidance. We're not interested in being the firm you hear from once a year. We want to be your trusted resource throughout your entire retirement journey. If you're looking for a financial team that values relationships, communication, and responsiveness, we'd love to meet you. Give us a call today at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or visit us at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Are you a local business tired of juggling deliveries, managing drivers, or sending valuable employees across town? There's a better way. Pigeon Ship. For more than 10 years, Pigeon Ship has provided fast, reliable, same-day and next-day delivery services for businesses throughout Utah. Whether you need a few deliveries a day or hundreds, Pigeon Ship has the network, technology, and experience to get it done on time. Auto parts, plumbing supplies, electrical components, pharmacy deliveries, and more. Utah's most successful businesses trust Pigeon Ship to keep their operations moving. Stop the stress of hiring drivers. Stop pulling employees away from their real jobs. And stop worrying about whether your deliveries will arrive on time. Join the thousands of businesses that rely on Pigeon Ship every day for dependable local delivery solutions. Visit pigeonship.com today to schedule a call and see how quickly Pigeon Ship can streamline your delivery operations. Pigeon Ship. Avoid the trip. Pigeon Ship. That's pigeonship.com. Pigeonship.com.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Westbound I-80, still very heavy traffic from about Foothill Drive now over to 1300 East, where that semi-truck fire is still being taken care of. Good news is, though, there are now 2 lanes, so that's why the delays are starting to ease up just a little bit, but it is still very slow, especially from Foothill Drive over to the cleanup. We also are seeing some light delays northbound I-15 at 13th South. Otherwise, though, I-15 delays that were in Weber County near Roy and Riverdale have cleared off the road. At UTA, it's never just a ride from point A to point B. We move independence. We move purpose. We move memories. We move what matters. You plan your trip at rideuta.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Finally starting to dry out with a high of 94 degrees in the forecast today. Look for overnight lows in the 70s. The heater turns on tomorrow with a high of 100 degrees and an excessive heat watch is in effect starting on Saturday with a high of 101 Sunday. The highest point of the week at 102. Right now, it is 91 degrees and partly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Out-of-staters like to talk about us, but I think they want to move here.
And Alex Curie.
Ethan, they hate us because they ain't us.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. It is KSL Brightside. Thanks for being with us on the program here. We have a traffic situation that is absolutely lame to be in the middle of. We know what it feels like to be in bad traffic. Can you tell me what's causing the huge backup on I-80 westbound? There's also one that says standstill traffic, southbound Point of the Mountain. There is a lot of this going on, and of course the traffic folks will be more on top of this for the rest of the week, for the rest of the afternoon as well. But we'll keep our eye out on those, and so please be safe out there. And if you're heading out of town for Pioneer Day, I don't know. This isn't as much of a travel day, obviously, as 4th.
Oh, it is when it's on a Friday.
When it's on a Friday, I guess people are getting out, and the good news is lots of stuff to do on a Pioneer weekend overall. Anyway, so if you are lamenting the fireworks, there's still a lot of other stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm a little hurt you haven't asked me. We know all about what you're doing for the 24th of July. You have not asked me.
I assumed you were DJing our. Weren't you hired to DJ our neighborhood party?
No, although I 100% would. No, I'm a pool party.
What?
In Moab.
No.
I got hired by one of the hotels down in Moab to do a pool party.
When I was in college, we went down to those. When I was there, it wasn't even a hotel. It was just like those old school motels that had the small pool.
Oh, geez, really?
Well, listen, I was in college. It was the coolest thing you could have ever done.
Yeah.
There's a fake palm tree sticking up, and there's 19 of us in this pool that should have only fit 11.
Yeah.
You're like, is this a hot tub or a pool? I'm assuming it's not at one of those.
No.
places,
It's
so.
one of the fancy places down there.
So you're gonna be running a giant pool party down there.
Ryan, a giant pool party, trivia about Days of 47 because it's a lot of people, in from out of town.
Do they make you put all those trivia together?
Oh yeah, no, that's why they've hired me. I'm doing the whole thing.
You're gonna do the full trivia. A lot of people coming. A lot of foreign folks coming into town. Or?
I don't know
that part of the state.
I haven't
usually
checked the
hosts
hotel
a lot
registry yet.
I'm just assuming who's going to be like, honey, we can go to the Utah.
The Utah?
We came all the way from Austria to be able to enjoy the Utah Pioneer Day. It's so good.
Yeah. Very good. I'll be down there playing the tunes and doing it that way. I'm just driving. I'm just commuting.
So you're working.
Yeah.
I mean, you're having fun, but you're working.
Yeah, if there's a thing that you're going to do. I'm going to eat all of the things. We've been talking a lot about the thing. I used to, and you have in the past, but are not this year, announcing the parade, the Days of 47 parade, which is probably the biggest thing of the weekend, yeah?
Yeah, and I've been doing the announcing at the Pioneer Day Parade for the last few years. It was kind of interesting because I did the Provo Parade. I would do the what's it called, the Freedom Festival parade down in Provo. I did that for years, and then when I moved over to sports, I've just our duties were kind of more associated with the Days of 47.
Right.
So I did the Days of 47 stuff. So this year I went back to doing the Provo Parade, and then this year I'm like, do you guys need me to announce the Pioneer Day? And they're all, no, we're good.
You made your choice.
And they're like, no, we're good. And I go, huh. Because I mean, KSL our float is still going to be in the Days of 47 parade as well. So I'm just telling you.
But there are traditions aplenty as far as food goes at the Days of 47 parade as well.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
That's what somebody just texted in as well.
Empanadas.
Okay.
I always did where the parade route would change and you'd take a hard left. They'd come down and then you take the left.
Yeah, they take that left on, 7th South or something like that. Wherever close to getting you down to Liberty Park. There.
Yeah, there was a whole family of people that they brought empanadas for days. And it became a tradition for people to do that. And I would say that of all of the traditions, probably the biggest tradition.
You can make a tradition out of tradition out of food items, like so dang quickly. It's amazing. All right, so 57500 is the text number. This one says, "What do you Brightside? What do you think the firework restrictions are compared for the 24th? What do you think about the comparison of the 24th to the 4th?" So, I think that they made them close enough to the day of the party, or to the day of Pioneer Day. That it actually won't make that much of an impact. Most people are just going to say, and most cities just said, we're not going to mess with it, so we're just going to keep the ban. And some smaller cities, like Fruit Heights, where I live, they said, we're going to go back to the old map. And I think a lot of people went, that's cool. Might let off. Like last night, I heard a few in the neighborhood. I heard a few in the neighborhood, and I didn't think to myself, they're going to get busted. I thought, they bought some fireworks. They're going to fire some off. I think there are some communities that are going to do it. I'm fine with it. These cities can deal. There are places in these cities, inside of these municipalities. They know it better than I do. They know their cities better than we do, and they know where they can set them off, and they'll probably still be pretty safe, and they'll be okay with it. It's the yahoos setting them off near the hills and near all the dry stuff that are going to be the real problem this weekend.
The collaborative fireworks show, I also like the idea of, where it's like, hey, Liberty Park. Everyone, bring your own fireworks and come here. That's not the case, everyone. So be aware that that's not what Liberty Park has said at all. But that's a park that came to my mind as I suggested this idea. But I do love the idea of, if you want to get out and meet your neighbors and have some community with folks, you have all the fireworks that you've bought, and everyone just goes and you say, the firework party starts at 9 o'clock, and we're all going to just start lighting stuff. And then you have massive mayhem with everyone, because you only have that one spot in that municipality that can do the fireworks. I'm on board for that, too. I just think the way we've done it in the past, we need to stop.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna play some music here, because it's going to be something we haven't done for a minute. It's also going to be themed for us, kind of in the vein of Pioneer Day itself. It is our first world problem.
Serving up a dose of perspective as Ethan and Alex read your first world problems.
Keep those first world problems coming in here. These are things that only we here in the first world could complain about. And I have the thing is, Richie, well, I don't know. You give me an example of what a first world problem would be for somebody who might be listening for the first time. And not even Pioneer Day based, but something that would be just a generic complaint that you look at and you go, actually, I shouldn't be complaining about that. That's what a first world problem is.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to think of a really good one. My mind is really just on the fireworks. I think it's a first world problem to just not be able to light a firework. Like, that to me seems like a very first world problem. There are so many other things that you could worry about.
I'll tell you right now, people in third world, they let off a lot of fireworks. I will tell you right now.
Okay, so maybe.
And this time of year is interesting because it's like the winter below the equator, but like when Christmas comes around, a lot of the rest of the world lights off a lot of fireworks. So that's a first world problem for us. Like not enough fireworks on Christmas like they do in some of these other places.
Drones don't make as much noise as fireworks.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I have in front of me a couple of. And you can send in any first world problem, anything you can complain about in the first world. Your air conditioning got too cold at your house. That could be one where you go, I actually had somebody wake up and be like, it was chilly in that room. I go, that's a win for us. That's what we call a victory at my house. Like, when my kids leave the door open way too much during it's not even that the door's left open, it's that they're coming in and out so much.
Yep.
It may as well be open for a few hours every day. So here's what some first world problems from the Pioneer Day perspective are. All the grocery stores packed because everybody forgot it was Pioneer Day and they're all trying to buy their bratwurst. Somebody said bratwurst too was another one. They actually asked you. They said, "Hey, they said, are you serving bratwurst in Moab?" Maybe that was some sort of a
probably.
It could be the thing. First world problem when the AC goes out. Now that was a joke on me because we actually had an AC go out not that long ago, and it's not real cheap to.
It's real miserable. It's real spendy.
The hot and spendy part, like, it's one thing to be grumpy.
Sure.
It's another to be grumpy and broke at
the
same time.
And the third part of it, too, is that you go, hi, heating and air place. Yeah, I know it's the middle of the night. I will pay you literally whatever it takes to get you here because I am hot. I am fussy. Come and, change this problem for me. Let's go.
Only parking spot left is 3 blocks away from the rodeo. That happens. Yeah. Parade route runs right by my house. I get to see the parade, have a hard time getting to my apartment. Is it worth having? Because there are people we were on the parade route this year in Provo, and I looked up and there's people who have these amazing apartments and they're looking down and they're waving, and I thought, wow, that's an awesome apartment to be able to have.
Not worth it.
And they're probably looking at it going, I hate 4th of July parade. It ruins my whole day, man.
Because you can't get out.
Can't get out of there.
It's like when they're doing road repair on your street. You have to park differently.
That's exactly right.
I was along the the Salt Lake Marathon route, and you had to remember and park appropriately. Otherwise, you go, I'm just going to wait for 3 hours.
Celebrating pioneers by complaining about the speed of Wi-Fi at my house. Feels very weird. That's another one that just came in. Biggest Pioneer Day hardship deciding on which air conditioned event I want to go to for the free root beer.
Yeah. Bun or no bun, that's another...
that is such a 2026 issue, too. They go, I don't know, do you have something I could wrap this burger in lettuce or something?
Yep.
You go, come on.
The same.
Do you have actually, I don't need a bun for this hot dog. I'll eat it with a knife and a fork.
Could you cut it up for me?
Cut it up for me. So that's interesting. You're either a king or you're at a home. Yeah. They're all. Could you cut up? Could you cut? Or a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I always feel
cut
that
up my
way.
hot dog for me. Cut up my bratwurst.
My wife can't eat gluten when I have to order for her. I go, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that this is McDonald's and now you have to put it in my McGriddle container, but can you get her a burger without? And it's great. I don't want her to be sick. That's not what I'm saying. But I haven't caught up with the times.
Pioneers crossed the plains. I had to walk across 3 parking lots. Honoring pioneer resilience of my ancestors by waiting 12 minutes at the food truck for my order.
Yes.
But you know what that is? If it's 12 minutes, you've got your arms crossed.
Yes.
This is my disdain.
Is my order still back there? Is it still back there?
Did you forget about?
Richie.
Did you forget about me?
Yeah.
I'm standing right here. I haven't left. Okay. Hardest trail that I've had to face so far is finding self-service at the rodeo. Yeah, that happens. Nothing says pioneer spirit like refreshing the fireworks schedule every 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Refreshing whether or not it's actually going to go off in your neighborhood. Like, where's our map? What's it going to look like?
Is it okay?
I brave the elements from my air-conditioned truck. I love it. All right. Keep those coming in, 57500. We're going to take a break here. We'll come back. We have more around the corner here on our Pioneer Day edition, our Pioneer Day, pre-Pioneer Day edition of KSL Brightside. When we come back, I've got a couple of things here for you, including a health class. Yes, let's get you right when it comes to your health, what your calves are saying about your heart health, and much more. Stay right here. It's KSL Brightside.
4 weeks may sound like a long time, but it really is not. Not when it comes to the amount of change you can have through soda diet and nutrition in just 4 weeks.
4 weeks. And Soda is doing something amazing. I don't think they've ever done this before, Andy.
I can't think of it.
They're giving away 4 weeks for free. So just think about this. By, around the end of summer, you could have drastic change. You'll feel better in your clothes. You'll have more energy. You'll be sleeping better, all because of Soda.
Healthier, more confident, free from chasing an expensive fix because it doesn't involve any drugs. It doesn't involve anything crazy. It's just relearning how to eat and working step by step with a degreed nutritionist who guides you the entire way.
I lost 37 pounds in 3 months. You lost how much?
70 pounds in 5 months.
Get 4 weeks for free. Just call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL.
Or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda,
state of the art.
I'm Utah tax attorney Jordan Wilcox. Don't face the IRS alone.
I was self-employed, and I got behind on my taxes. And then 1 year became 2 years and 3 years, and $116,535.47 to be exact. It just became overwhelming. Finally, I went to another tax company, and they were more interested in how good they were than helping me. I heard about Jordan and talking to the other people who'd done and been in the same situations that I was in, and their tax problems seemed just like mine. And so I went to Jordan, and it was amazing. They were able to negotiate it down to $5,200, and life became wonderful to me.
Don't face the IRS alone. You need a tax attorney that's not afraid to fight for you. Visit endtaxworry.com to schedule your free consultation. That's endtaxworry.com.
I will be forever grateful.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Right now, JCW's has 15 bus and billboards depicting our delicious, mouthwatering hamburgers across I-15. We've also just learned that I-15 averages 15 fender benders a day. Probably a coincidence, but just in case, keep your eyes on the road. Here's what our burgers sound like. Now, with your hands at 10 and 2, safely turn into one of our 5 locations in American Fork, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Good job, Richie T. You just got me on thinking about banana pudding again.
Oh.
I went like 3 weeks of eating. First world problem, I had to eat all that Magnolia Bakery, banana pudding for the sake of radio.
Oh.
And then you're like, is it actually good? I'm like, you have. Listen,
Oh no, I've had
You know.
I've had the banana pudding. I happened upon it in New York one time.
Yeah, so
on
the
accident.
red velvet cupcake was actually also top tier. So those actually a banana pudding feels like it would be a very good Pioneer Day dessert item because you put it in like a fridge.
Keeps you cool.
And it's cold, and then you get that thing out, and it's not ice cream, but what it is refreshing.
Yeah, but you need some
know?
sort of connection to our heritage, and bananas not necessarily.
Fine, I'll pour some root beer over it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
Fine.
Banana root beer.
Banana root
Interesting.
beer float.
I wonder if
banana
that
pudding root beer float.
I wonder if that would be good.
Just assume that it's. I don't know if it'll necessarily be any good, but
Try
it. I do wonder when people are. When they're putting together their little, their menu for like a Pioneer Day, and they go, "Hey, I have to have this." So one year, my sister went as far one time as to make these for a neighborhood party. She did these centerpieces where she bought all these like Pioneer action figures.
Okay,
you can get those by the way.
Like the schooners, the prairie schooners, and the.
It was like a guy pulling a hand cart.
I'm the guy with dysentery.
Right. I think they were just like characters from Oregon Trail. But I mean, like Amazon has everything now, right?
Yeah.
And it's like lady carrying a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and they're 3D printed in 8-bit, so they're all
it's faceless. Yes, exactly. Kind of at weird angles. Yeah. And we had them in the center of our like tables, and people would show up and they'd be like, "You guys went way too over the top on these Pioneer Day things." Which is, if there's only one way to do it, and that's going over the top. And so, you brought up whether or not one thing that was brought up today in the stream was you brought up whether or not the Karl Malone myth, or you were a mythbuster on the Karl Malone situation.
Yeah,
Tell
I
us
can
what
reset
you,
it real
tell
quick.
Us, reset it for me.
Karl Malone, famously drafted 1985. For people who don't know who Karl Malone is, how dare you? Otherwise. He's here, first time in Utah, just drafted from Louisiana to play for the Utah Jazz. Frank Layden, they have him him and Frank in the parade for the Days of 47 as part of the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he gets drafted
float.
and he comes into town.
Yeah.
And then they go,
like
"Hey,
when he's moving here, like it's his literal first time.
Get on the float, man. We're doing this thing."
And Frank Layden, rest in peace, says to Karl Malone, "Yeah, we did this for you. This parade is all... It's all for you."
He's on the back of like a Larry H. Miller, well, probably not at that point, I guess, but like he was on the back of like a Corvette or something going down State Street, and the people are going bonkers for him. And Frank Layden told him it was for him. And I always wondered, and you brought it up, and you said, "Have you heard this?" And I said, "Of course I've heard it. I was in sports for a long time." And then you were like, "Do you know if it's true or not?"
Yeah, is it true?
And I was like, I actually did not want to find out a little bit. There was part of me that did not want to find out.
But it is, in fact, true.
It is.
Karl Malone, his birthday is the 24th of July, so I think that's the extra step. Maybe Karl wouldn't have believed it if it wasn't his birthday, the 24th of July.
He did an interview that said not only was it true that he thought that parade was for him for coming into town, but also for his birthday. He said if there were cell phones back then, I would have called my mom and said, "Mom, you have no idea that the whole state of Utah just did for your son."
Waving.
Karl Malone just got a parade for Karl Malone. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that only an early 20s professional athlete could go, "You know what? I am pretty darn special. Yeah. You're welcome, everybody.
I do deserve this. Thank you for coming out.
I'm going to dunk the basketball for you. I'm going to be so good. I will break records here. I will have a statue out in front of that building. I wasn't going to do all that before. I will now because you rolled out the red carpet.
But we did run the risk of that not being true because how disappointing would that be
if
that's not true?
When we looked it up, I was like, "No, please be real." Then I looked it up and it was like, yeah, Karl Malone gave the interview and said it's absolutely true. It is not an urban myth. It did happen. Very quickly because I teased it and I said I wanted to make sure people are aware of it. First of all, I'm going to make our producer Caitlin jump in on this for just 1 second because I was making fun of people. I want to retract the statement. I was making fun of people who are going through thumb pain that they've been experiencing from texting and scrolling too much.
Just
by the way, first world problem.
So me.
Yeah.
So, and then Caitlin yesterday is walking out into the hallway. She's like grasping her hands and holding her neck. And I'm like, "What is going on?" She's like, I tweaked my neck, I think, from the hunching and the whatever. And she said she was a little bit stressed out too. Will you explain some of your ailments you've been going through lately?
My neck is. I was just telling David back here that my neck hurts.
Oh, again.
But my thumb yesterday, it feels a little better today. My thumb is like genuinely like super. It was so sore yesterday I couldn't even move it, and I think it just flared up. And I'm blaming the scroll. That's what's happening.
Is there a name? Do you know for this condition?
Tech thumb? I don't know.
Maybe tech
yeah,
thumb.
no, that's
it's
what I'm
the
saying.
Tech neck, the text
Tech neck, tech thumb, the scroll thumb. This one just says texting thumb.
It's a bum thumb.
Yeah, this says the term texting thumb can describe a wide range. But describe for me that pain, because I've been on a phone a long time. I'm also in my mid-40s, and so I feel like I'm susceptible to some arthritic things anyway. But you say you're getting this thumb pain, and I was kind of laughing it off like, I don't know anybody who's actually gotten that. You claim that you have it.
I do. It hurts right now. It's not as bad as yesterday. But it's like in the joint, like the bottom of the thumb. And it kind of, yesterday it was going down my wrist. Today it's not as bad because I put a brace. I literally slept with a brace last night, so I didn't move it. And it still hurts, but it feels a little bit better.
You are transitioning into...
I'm 31.
Into
That's
Gen
what's
X.
happening.
Very well.
Where you wake up in the morning and go, what did I do yesterday? Oh, nothing.
I did go to
Just
2
hurts.
Hillary Duff concerts last week, so the next...
So you're still saying...
That could be a culprit.
That could be the culprit, but also that's what helps you stay firmly planted in the millennial side of things here. I'm the geriatric millennial. You're one of the... what do they call it? You're like a young millennial, right? Isn't that what they have?
Yeah, I could almost be Gen Z, but
Is
I'm
it
not.
Z?
Not
Sorry,
quite.
Gen Z.
I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah.
millennial, but I could almost be Gen Z.
Gen Z is complaining about thumbs and texting and scrolling, and I told Ethan yesterday. Actually, I've run the risk of my phone falling on my face and like breaking a tooth.
That's
you know what I
happened
mean?
to me too.
Sure.
I've like half fallen asleep and the phone falls, and you do this like like a thing where
phone flies.
You basically just try like not to die in that very moment from the phone. So
The prescription thumb wars.
Oh, you know what?
Find someone you like. You're able to make an in-person connection. That is how we're going to save.
And maybe use voice to text.
Yeah.
That's my solution.
Except then you become that guy like Alex and I earlier, where I start talking in that cadence when you're sending a text. He's like, "What are you talking about, man?" And I was like, "I'm sending a text not for you." Why do you keep saying period when you're done with your sentence?
I did. There was a moment where I didn't know if he was talking to me or if we were just doing show prep, and he was like, "Blah blah 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 blah!" exclamation period, and I was like, "Okay, geez, settle down." All right. We'll take a break. We've got news, traffic, and weather right now. We'll come back, and we have more around the corner. If you're experiencing what was it?
Tech thumb?
Tech thumb. Just tech thumb and tech neck. Ooh, tech neck is a great nickname for somebody in high school, too. Hey, there goes Caitlin. She's at tech neck. What's up? She walks by with a touch of scoliosis and tech neck. All right, that's fine. We'll come back. We've got more to go after news, traffic, and weather. Stay here. It is a pre-Pioneer Day edition of KSL Brightside.
2:32 at KSL News Radio. I'm Becky Bruce. KSL's top local story this hour. Vernal is asking residents to stay away from the Walmart due to a significant police presence in the area, though they didn't say exactly what was going on. This is just off Highway 191. We'll keep you updated when we hear more. The Salt Lake City Council could soon cap the water use of new properties that aren't housing. KSL News Radio's Adam Small reports.
Back in March, the city passed an emergency order to cap new non-residential properties to 200,000 gallons of water per day, one because of the drought and two because it would complicate the federal government's plans to turn a warehouse on the west side into an ICE detention facility, as the mayor said it would likely use at least 1 million gallons per day. Now the council has to pass something more permanent before the emergency order expires in September. They're now considering keeping that 200,000 gallon cap while giving exceptions to churches, schools, hospitals, and a few other types of developments.
They'll take public comment before voting next month. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Today, the Trump administration says it will expand a voluntary pledge that urges AI companies to foot the utility costs for any new data centers being constructed. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
The pledge today is being expanded to acknowledge all elements involved in building and operating data center, the governors who appoint the state regulators who set the power prices, the utilities and the co-ops that sell the power, and in addition to the tech companies that have already signed the pledge.
Utah Governor Spencer Cox has expressed his support for the idea. Your money at this moment, the Dow was down 506 points today. Coming up, the heat is here to stay. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:33.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
Kitchen and bath transformations start with AMC Building Materials. AMC Building Materials is a large kitchen cabinet and countertop supplier serving both wholesale and retail customers. AMC offers factory direct pricing on all interior remodeling materials, giving you exceptional value without sacrificing quality. Most standard items are available for quick payment and pickup right away. AMC Building Materials provides professional service, free design, and free on-site measurements, along with expert installation by top AMC professionals. From bold kitchen designs to beautiful functional bathrooms, AMC delivers outstanding value with styles you'll love. And best of all, most projects can be completed within just 10 days. Come experience beauty you can see, quality you can feel, and service you can trust. Get directions to the new AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West today and schedule your free estimate. Visit amckitchenslc.org. That's amckitchenslc.org.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You know, you can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the #1 concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
one man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
That sound means it is emergency traffic out there. Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Ricky, where's that trouble spot?
It's westbound I-80 where heavy delays continue, all due to the earlier vehicle fire that just engulfed a semi. And this is still affecting traffic westbound I-80 prior to 1300 East. The right lane is blocked. You have stop-and-go delays back to the mouth of Parley's. And then in Box Elder County, heavy delays northbound I-15 going from South Willard around Willard Bay and towards Willard. Not really sure what's going on up there. I don't have a crash reported, but we'll keep an eye on it. Just plan to have an extra 5 minutes to probably 10 minutes to get through that stretch with this backup in place. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
We're going to be about 100 degrees by this time tomorrow, with highs staying in that range Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, too. Right now, you've got sunny skies and 94. I'm Becky Bruce from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Alex, you don't care about gas prices. You've got an electric vehicle.
And Alex Keary.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here comes my moral superiority rolling down I-15.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. It is KSL Brightside. A couple more segments left here for you on our pre-Pioneer Day edition of the program. We're taking your text messages, 57500. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
Are you okay?
Caitlin just got some word of wisdom from one of our savviest colleagues. Becky just texted. She could just yell it down the hallway, but she decided to text it.
She's just showing off that she doesn't have tech thumb when she texts
she does.
it.
Oh, she's bragging.
Pain-free texting.
Yeah, but you know what Becky probably did? Voice to text.
Yep.
She's smart, you know? She's savvy. Just wait, Caitlin. It gets worse. That's what she said. It does. It does with other things. Like I can't get out of bed normally in the morning because of my back pain, but now I point my non-tech fingers at Caitlin and go, my thumb works. Woo! My neck isn't kinked from hunching over and looking at my screen all day. I mean, don't get me wrong, I look at my screen all day, but for some reason my neck does. I'm very conditioned.
Yep.
My neck is so strong right now from being hunched over and looking at tech all day.
Look down at the keyboard, up at the camera.
I am
down at
so,
the keyboard,
I have
up
such
at the
a strong
camera.
neck. Yeah. 57500. We're taking a couple things. First world problems all day. We're taking your menu items on a Pioneer Day, what you guys do at your house. This one says grocery delivery delayed, or they substituted the substituted item wasn't good. Yeah. I do have beef with the substituted item when the guy just takes liberty and goes, I know what you're going to want. I know you said you wanted Fruit Loops.
Yep.
But what about fruit snacks?
No.
You're like,
it's
excuse
completely
you?
separate. You can mark, though. I've never done the delivery because I think it would be too much of a spoil for myself, and I'd never go back. And I actually
there is a never go back part of that happens for
you
sure.
You can select no substitutes, right? On your order, you can say
and and they'll just be like, oh, it's not there. We'll bag it, and then they just refund you that thing. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, someone made an interesting point. The Taco Bell parasite is a first world problem. I will say. Modern day dysentery ? Or is dysentery modern day dysentery?
Okay, hold on. Inception loop here.
Because if you're on the Oregon Trail in 2026 and you saw that come up on the screen, Richie died from Taco Bell parasite.
Yeah,
you'd go, oh yeah, I get it.
But is there some sort of privilege about being able to be on the trail then?
That's
that
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
And on this quote-unquote trail that we're on, eating Taco Bell together.
Yeah, it's not about the destination, though. It's about the cyclopsoriasis journey.
This one says, first world problem, first world trial is that for school they have to pull a handcart 3 blocks on a flat paved road and then eat pizza when they're done. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if they learned the lesson.
The ads at the end, so when you're watching a drama series on your like your Netflix or your Hulu, and the first world problem of the longer ads, the later you get into the series.
Yeah, and then it says like,
you're 75 seconds, 90 seconds.
Yeah, and then it'll say like 120 after that, and the countdown says 120 on it, and I go, I don't know one person who's ever been able to sit through 2 minutes of commercial, and then here we are making people sit through 3.5 minutes of commercial every break. All right, 57500 is the text number. Someone dropped off box lunches in the second to right lane on the west belt route of just south of the 201. I thought that was a first world problem. All of the dropped box lunches on the freeway lunch.
Yeah.
I will say this: don't stop and pick up the lunch.
No, you know why?
Not good for traffic.
No such thing as a freeway lunch.
Boo. This is why we bring you in, Richie. All right. 57500. Everyone else gets the day off, but I still have to work. Eric probably works in the financial industry. My wife does too. And I'm like, you're not taking Friday off? She goes, the markets don't give two cruds about the fact that Utah has a state holiday. So she's working.
And most places if you don't get the 24th of July off, like you get another day off that a lot of other people don't get. So you sort of trade it out, right? Like you actually get President's Day off or like Columbus Day or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
No, the markets take funny days off all the time, but they don't recognize Utah's state laws, obviously. Yeah. Real quickly, I wanted to. Do we have the audio of this, Caitlin? I don't know if we had the audio of it. Okay, I wanted to just read quickly this. We only have time to be able to go through the story very quickly anyway. But I started to think about it, and I was like, this feels like, and I might be able to play it for you actually here, running the risk of just playing stuff here, and hopefully, just Dave, just keep your finger on the old dump button over there, just in case. Although I've listened to it I've listened to it a few times. I've got it right here in front of me. I can play it right now. I've got it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and listen to this. This is a woman who was fired after one day on the job, and here's why.
I started a new job yesterday, and this morning I texted the manager to be like, hey, by the way, I'm going to be out of town for these 5 days in August. And she basically responded and saying, well, that doesn't work for us, so we won't be continuing your training. So that's cool. So, and my mom was like, this is what you have to tell people when you're going to be out of town when you interview if you already know you're going to be out of town. I was like,
so kudos to mom who gave her a tidbit of advice that should have been followed. This lady was shocked that she started her new job and then said, hey, by the way, she said, next week I'm going to have to start taking some days off, including I'm taking 5 days off starting August 3rd. Okay. That's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, benefit of the doubt. It's 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now, she wants to take 5 days off.
The whole week.
She just started the training.
Yeah.
They're mid-training, and they kind of went, tell you what, why don't you go ahead and just start taking that time off right now because we're not going to continue with the training.
The nice touch on my end, as far as I see,
yes,
the fact that she texted to her boss. Like, she didn't send it in an email. She didn't. I went in on the second day and said, "Hey, I meant to tell you about this, and I didn't." I think the that particular that generation touch to me is.
What do you mean?
Went ahead
what do you mean that
it.
generation? You're talking about Gen Z, right?
Yeah,
I
don't know. Alpha could be Z. It could be
that? Well, to me,
Y.
To me, when her mom just kind of. By the way, she sort of swept that. It sounded like she just kind of swept that advice under the rug, too. She goes, which, by the way, my mom said, maybe this is why you tell them that during the interview process. She made it sound like she sort of poo-pooed that, too. And I go, no. That's a good bit of advice.
Yep.
Because when you're in the interview process, they have to make the determination. And don't say it because you think, I might not get the job. I'll just tell them when I get there.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and then they'll be forced to just keep me and give me the time off. It's not about that. So, like, if I start a new job and you say, hey, by the way, just letting you know, this was already on the books. We're in doing these first couple of rounds of interviews. Just to let you know, on November 3rd, I'm getting married, so I'm not going to be around for about 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go, oh, okay. Thanks for letting us know. And they're not going to go, if you're talented, they're going to make anything work.
Yeah.
I think her mistake was thinking that she was talented or needed enough in that very moment to say, I can say whatever I want.
Yep.
I'm going to tell them the time I'm going to take off.
Yep.
And they're going to have to give it to me.
Yeah, you use it as a test.
No.
How bad do they want me?
Can't do it.
I got 10 days here, 3 weeks, and this time, you still going to hire me? Sure, you bet.
Can't do it. All right. Okay. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News is getting fired up here in the next few minutes. Jeff is going to join us in studio, and we'll swap some things out here. And then we'll get to our AI question of the day. We'll wrap things up here. We'll bid adieu to Richie until next time, and then we will be back, of course, again with Ethan on Monday. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back. KSL Brightside continues next right here on KSL News Radio.
Hi, I'm Mike Kay at My Policy Quote, and if you missed open enrollment or did enroll in one of those marketplace government plans, it's not too late. I save my clients 30 to 60%. That's an average of $3,500 to $9,000 in premium savings. At My Policy Quote, you can choose any doctor, zero deductible for outpatient expenses, and oh, one more thing, premiums are not tied to your income, so there's no surprise tax penalty at the end of the year like those government plans. And unlike those ACA plans where the use prices are dictated, with me, all of your costs are managed by you, so you control your out-of-pocket. If you pay your own health insurance, you're on COBRA, uninsured, your employer is just too much, or even self-employed or small businesses, call me, Mike, today. 385-367-6779. Again, that's 385-367-6779. Or visit mypolicyquote.com. That's mypolicyquote.com to get started now.
Looking for your next big win? Head to ksl.com/win and enter this week's contests. You could win a pair of tickets to Thanksgiving Point's Imagine Area. See Zach Bryan live at Rice Eccles Stadium. Enjoy Guys and Dolls at the Sarah Shell. Cheer on Real Salt Lake or the Utah Royals and so much more. Whether you love live music, theater, or cheering on your favorite team, there's a prize with your name on it. It only takes a minute to enter, and you could be our next winner. Don't miss your chance. Visit ksl.com/win today.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency. With the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Every year, the America First Charitable Foundation Backpack Bonanza provides kids with the school supplies they need to learn and thrive. You can help by dropping off supplies at any America First branch or by securely contributing funds online. Together, we can make sure kids have everything they need to succeed. So please visit AmericaFirst.com to see the items we're collecting or to donate today. The America First Charitable Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation. Federal tax ID number 84-256886. Donations are tax deductible to the extent allowed by law.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. Thanks for being with us on the program. Final segment of the day as we get you ready for Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News. Jeff here today? Jeff's here? No. Who do we have today? Someone else. We're sticking around for an extra dose. That's how you find out. I can't hear you on this headset for some reason, Alex. I don't know who we're talking about. That's fine. All we know is that Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News getting fired up next. Someone will be in to talk you through news, traffic, and weather. So there you go. In the meantime, I have our couple of things going on. First of all, it's that time of day for us to be able to roll out our AI question of the day. So if we have any audio here with us, let's jump in right here. It's our daily question to the data centers across the West. So here we go. Let's do it.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
Britt Johnson's in for Jeff Kaplan. So there you go. Thank you. AI question of the day. Here's the so I asked AI a couple of things. We were asking about what some of the, and we asked actually a lot of our listeners as well, what some of the best food items are on their menu across the board for Pioneer Weekend. And you're going to go down to Moab, and you're just going to eat whatever's in front of you.
Whatever they serve me up, because I'll be busy.
You're going to be doing some work. Oh, is it going to be outside?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's at the indoor pool in Moab. People are like, let's come down and hang out indoors. Come on down. No, it's outdoors.
Well, we're going to Moab this weekend. We're doing the indoor rafting experience. Richie T's going to be there. Have you heard of it?
It's standing in a hairdryer, and I can't wait. I'm here for it.
It is going to be hot down there. It's going to be hot kind of everywhere. However, the AI question of the day, there were a couple things. You brought up the Dutch oven, and I asked, what is the best Dutch oven recipe? And it actually gave me an answer that I thought was going to be good because Utah, we love a Dutch oven meal.
Yes.
And we're darn good at them. Now, it said, do you want sweet or do you want the savory?
I was just going to say there are two very different camps.
I know, and so I have two different answers for you. Okay.
Can I guess?
Yes, you can guess. Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm guessing. I am guessing due to our great peach heritage that the dessert is peach cobbler because how many a scout back when that was a thing in the state of Utah?
They're all, who brought the can of giant peaches and also who brought the Pillsbury cake mix?
Yeah, and is there a Sprite? We need the can of Sprite so the top is crunchy. I'm going to say peach cobbler.
Okay. Now, if I would have said in Utah, they would have given me peach probably number one.
Okay.
Peach is number 4 on the list of the dessert items.
Okay.
So I've got savory ones. The savory ones, these are too much work. Okay, I'm going to just be honest right now. First of all, Dutch oven sourdough bread.
No, too much work.
Yep. Dutch oven beef bourguignon. All right. And then Dutch oven
braised short ribs. Now that one I could get on board with, but all those are kind of you just like the stewed meats inside of and beef inside of pot roast essentially inside there. So it's a fancy way of saying those things. Number one dessert. Well, let's go from number 3. Number 3 dessert. So number 4 is peach cobbler. Number 3 is the cinnamon roll. That you can screw up the Dutch oven cinnamon roll pretty badly. Though.
Yeah.
You can burn those pretty easily.
Yeah, if you don't have the top heat. It's top heat and bottom heat.
Oh, by the way, below the peach cobbler at number 5 is the pizookie, which is the pizza cookie. It's the chocolate chip cookie inside of the.
It's not completely cooked too.
No, and that's the point. And so you don't have to be perfect on the cook point as well. The chocolate lava cake is number 2 on the list.
Okay.
Again, kind of a melty, soft middles. Number 1 by far. The ultimate comfort dessert.
If you say root beer float right now in a Dutch oven, I'm going to be so mad.
It just bubbles on top, and then you put the lid on it anyway.
Yeah.
Did you put the ice cream in there, Craig? Yeah. And then you put those coals on top. No, it's the Dutch oven apple crisp. Pretty unbeatable when it comes to the apple crisp side of things. And I can see why they like it. The sticky toffee pudding also made the list. The bread pudding, berry cobbler. Also on the list. And so now this one is hot. They say this one is the most difficult to make for a dessert inside the Dutch oven. It's the Dutch oven cheesecake. Good. God bless you if you can figure that out. Yeah. That's a lot of temperature minding and babysitting.
That goes south real quick.
That would have to be figured out on that. And so to me, those things are high risk. You know, the things that are not high risk in a Dutch oven is you throw some meat and some veggies in there. And some broth, and you got yourself that thing cooking down, and you're going to have basically a Sunday roast in the Dutch oven. And in a Dutch oven, things do taste a lot better.
Yes, because it's a seasoned pot.
Yeah.
It's not just your generic. Your mom washed it with soap.
Everything.
It's clean. Yeah.
No, for sure.
You're eating what your pioneer ancestors ate. If
that's what they originally brewed root beer in, was in the Dutch oven.
Porous metals was how they did that.
They opened it up and went, "Ooh, that's good steamy root beer." Hey, Craig, throw in the ice cream in there, would you? My goodness, we are having ourselves sort of a meal here.
Hand crank that thing with the rock salt. Let's go.
Did you ever do the rock salt ice cream, though?
Yes. I'll tell you, it does taste
It does taste better?
Yep.
It does taste different?
Well, because it's I think it's, when you're...
Did you do the hand crank, or did you do turn the motor on?
We had that, but we also had the hand crank. And I think it's one of those things where the harder you work for it, the better that it tastes.
Okay, so if you're actually doing the hand cranking for the homemade ice cream, it tastes better.
Yeah, you're envisioning
see, the homemade ice cream always came out a little too runny for me.
Yeah, not enough rock salt.
And you remember buying the rock salt at the place too?
Yes.
And then you're like, man, you get this rock salt. It's just very crystally. It's very kind of interesting. About 38 hours later, you're on your driveway.
You're walking out there to get the mail in your bare feet.
And you got the pad of your foot, and then the rock salt gets in there, and it does a torture situation that you weren't ready for.
Yeah.
And then you decided in that very moment, maybe we just buy the ice cream next year to pour into the Dutch oven with the root beer.
Craig, write this down.
I don't know if for us, we're going to be celebrating with a modest amount of fireworks, because it's legal in the city where we have it, in the municipality where we live. And we're also going to be celebrating with a modest amount of pizza and tacos from the taco cart, and a modest amount of bouncy house, the wet bouncy houses. Sure. So there you go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to actually, based on this conversation that we had today, I might get my my little cooler. Like your little lunch cooler that you do when you're meal prepping, and then you have to tell everyone that you're meal prepping. Hey, I'm meal prepping right now. Going to get that little cooler, and I'm going to bring a bottle of my Hires root beer and a little thing of like Jenny's or like a Ben & Jerry's, like a top shelf premium vanilla ice cream.
Let me give you a hack as well.
Go on.
There's a crazy place that does. It's in Sandy, and I'm pretty sure that it still is available. I want to say that it's still there, and I thought I saw it, but they do a root beer keg. Yes, the root beer store. If you're looking for a root beer keg, there's a root beer store, which, by the way, most Utah thing ever, right?
Yep.
Can we agree? The root beer store, located at 9350 South State Street, is just right across from the Expo Center. And I remember seeing it and being like, is that a thing? 100 varieties of root beer, brewing kits, good job, and they also sell half kegs, it looks like. So there you go. You can get yourself a keg of root beer. Your ancestors intended.
Yeah, root beer keg stands in Moab. Done. There. That's my weekend.
I'm telling you though, like if you rolled up to a family get together, and they go, "What are you doing, Dad?" and you went, and then you had that little thing, and you started getting root beer out of the tap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might win Dad of the Year in that exact moment. You might win Neighbor of the Year in that exact moment.
Invited to every party ever after that, for sure.
It couldn't be less than $1,000 to buy one of those, I feel like, in 2026.
I'm going to look into it. We'll see.
I'm all for it. If they already refrigerate them, and I want a guy putting it on his shoulder and delivering it that way, too.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Otherwise,
carrying it. That guy, Brutus.
Otherwise, Craig, did you get the root beer?
Yeah, Brutus is bringing it.
All right. Britt sitting in for Jeff Kaplan on the afternoon news. They're going to walk you through your Pioneer Day, pre-Pioneer Day traffic. So stay right here on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Britt Johnson in for Jeff Kaplan this afternoon, and it's 93 degrees with mostly sunny skies. KSL's top story. Flooding at the Wanship Cemetery in Summit County has left more than a mess to clean up. Families are now calling for a long-term fix. We have team coverage, fallout from the storm, beginning with KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera. He joins us live with more. Eric?
Britt Jackie Ball calls herself a fifth-generation Wanshipian. That's how many generations of her family are buried at Wanship Cemetery. After yesterday's cloudburst, she went to check on those graves and says rushing water carved through parts of the cemetery, leaving behind deep erosion, mud, and debris.
At the bottom, it's just pretty much destroyed. We just need drainage. We need some kind of a drainage. Every year they'll repave the parking lot or the roads, but they're not focusing on drainage.
She says this isn't